say it before the game, they've gone a different way this year, and they're not going to pay the money to recruit players. They're going to put their investment back in their kids and see how they go. But only the one gets a chance today, Kane Reid. So I would expect over the next couple of weeks we'll see a few more kids slowly blooded into the senior side, but they get an opportunity, and like you said, the others get a bit of an opportunity. Pocock, and there's some players there that didn't have the greatest of season last year as well. Flynn Young's one that comes to mind. I reckon he had a pretty ordinary season last year, only kicking the 16 goals in his 16 games. So he might have a bit of freedom up that forward line too and go through the middle, and I'm expecting a big year from him as well.
Thank you for that, Matty Kershaw. A head-to-head for us, just a match-up you want to keep an eye on.
Yeah, we're going to go the ruckman today, Kingy. So I think, obviously, he's the key for North Shore, Big Kobe. So, he's the class. He's their number one man. It starts with him. So I think if they're going to have any chance to stay in this game of footy today, he's the one that's going to have to control things for them and do a fair bit around the ground. So it'll be him versus the Newtown Rucks of Cam Wilkinson. I mean, you'd expect Pocock to go through there as well. But Foppiani maybe, exactly. So, but, Wilco's a warrior. He's a bull. He's a war horse. But, Kobe's really going to have to stretch him around the ground today, and I'm really looking forward to that matchup.
And Wilco's dad rucked against Mark Stewart.
He did. He certainly did.
All right. Tips, Laurie Hill. Who wins by how much?
Wilco's grandfather might have.
Yeah, true.
Newtown by 10. Oh, expecting a close one is Pothole. Buzz?
Oh, he's in the camp.
Sorry, I was just having a word to Dale. I'll go the Towners, a bit of a wait from Dale before I give my prediction. The Towners by as many as they want.
Right. Kirsch?
Newtown by 88.
Jace?
Newtown by 40.
Newtown by 52 this afternoon. I hope we get a contest.
Sorry to butt in. Nathan Arben's just got a number change too. He's in the 73.
Yes, we believe Marley King's in the number 70 as well. So we'll keep an eye on those two newcomers this afternoon. And Liam Fiore was listed as number 26, but we believe he's wearing the 39 this afternoon, according to Play HQ. We're not too far away from action. It's going to be Anand and Wilkinson. GFNL season 2024, the Blood Toyota Cup. We are just about go. Umpires this afternoon, Brendan Beck, Hamish Irvin and Steve the Nachos Ganachia to get things underway. We are first quarter action for Harvey Norman. Here's Jace.
Yes, Wilkinson gets it down for Newtown as well. Coming off the wing was Bove, who picked it up and got the right foot kick high towards centre half forward. Oh, high over the back. That was a bit indiscriminate there by Aaron Seller for North Shore. Comes to the back of the pack. They've got the numbers though. The Shoreys can get through. Hayes, handball. Forward was okay. Over towards Arben, who got the ball out. Handball and goes towards Cam Primer across centre wing. Good movement of the footy. And they get it out wide. And I think that's Widdowson with the football who might be moving it on for North Shore. They go towards half forward. They've got the numbers there, and Salmon takes the mark.
Salmon just outside 50. This is a positive start for North Shore. Long ball inside 50. Marking target. No mark paid, and it's a chance to clear for Newtown. Diamond. Bove getting involved early. Kicks on his left towards half back. Bouncing ball in front of Fiore. Eludes him. Primer playing down back in the long sleeves. Jams it on the boot, and it lands safely on the chest of a teammate. And it's Tregenza who's marked just on 50. And a chance to kick North Shore's first of the afternoon. This will get them up and about. Like what we've seen. I know it's only early stages. We're only a minute in on the time clock for Bowen Foods, Kirsch, but it's been positive from North Shore so far.
Been very promising. It's exactly what we wanted to see. A bit of a positive start, but they're maintaining possession. That's the key at the moment.
6 goals last year for Brad Tregenza. Sends it on its way. Will it have the carry? No, big defensive spoil. Sends it through for a behind. So North Shore take the lead. 1 behind. Newtown Chilwell yet to score opening quarter action. Thanks to Harvey Norman. Think Harvey Norman. Cry on Warren Ponds for all the big brands at Geelong's best prices.
So Charlie Byrne has the football, kicking in duties for the Eagles, and it was a terrible looking kick off the boot, and he has turned it over as well, and taking the mark there is Cam Burns, but he turns the ball over as well, so they can come back the other way now through Walter for Newtown. Goes towards half forward, good kick, gets it on the outside. Willow Dwyer gets free, 55 from goal, open goal square, past Flynn Young. Which way is it going to bounce through? Young tries to keep it in the field of play, but it hits Salah on the way through, and through for 1 behind, so they tie things up, the Towners. One behind. North Shore one behind as well. Harvey Norman, K-Rock. First quarter scoreboard.
Quick kick in, will bounce at the feet of Walter for Newtown and Chilwell. He's got a left half forward, a short kick inboard. Now a chance to go inside 50 thanks to McDonald, the former grubber from Ocean Grove, off the hands of the pack. O'Dwyer's been lively. Good tackle. Gerard held him up, and Brad Gerard wins the free kick. 15 out from his defensive goal. Sends a kick into the left back pocket, and Anand, who only 7 months ago was in a VFL Grand Final for Werribee, but some injuries in the off-season. He's kicked it straight into the man on the mark in Condi. It deflects towards the boundary line. Hayes to help him out for North Shore, and the Shoreys should clear towards half-back. Taylor his target off the hands of the pack numbers there. Ned Harris, or rather Charlie, no Ned today. Kick inside forward 50. Maddock, he's lost because he's inside forward 50.
He started forward, Kingy.
What's Luke Maddock down there?
Correct, it's an interesting move.
Luke Maddock has kicked only the 4 goals in 84 previous GFNL senior appearances. So this is a new look from the Eagles, having Luke Maddock forward.
So boundary throw-in. About 45 around from the Newtown goal. Anand in front of Foppiani, falls to the front. Foppiani put on a tackle. It was too high, said umpire Ganachia. Connor Walmsley will take the free kick. Oh, gee whiz, he kicked it wide. Was okay, though. And finds King. He's kicked towards Anand. Can't take the mark. Doesn't stick. Mitchy Diamond, 40 out from goal. Right foot kick. Kicks the goal. Great turnaround. Mitch Diamond was there. Johnny on the spot was able to take the ball from Kobe Anand, and he puts his first on the board in the first for the home side. They won 1-7, and they lead North Shore one behind. Harvey Norman, K-Rock, first quarter scoreboard.
It wasn't really a turnover, that one, Jace. It was just a drop mark by Anand then, and, you know, the big fella gave him a bit of a chance. You don't give Mitch Diamond too many chances, particularly with clean possession around goal, and he makes you pay every time. Cam Primer's got the job on Maddock, and there is a distinct weight disadvantage tonight to Primer, although he's come off him at the moment. But yeah, they got caught up in that mix-up there, and it was a bad matchup.
The double palm down from Anand. He'll actually try and run under the loose footy, but left it behind. McDonald trying to barge his way through a 2-man tackle and going nowhere. Umpire says, give it to me. I'll put it into the air. Just to the... Oh, there's a bit going on off the footy there, and it's going to be a free kick. It's going to go to Kobe Anand. So he's been thrown to ground, and the umpires spotted a free kick. I'm not sure who it was against, whether it was against Wilkinson or not. Kick towards right, half forward, looking for the lead of Miljevic. Hands of the pack, a chance to clear here. Newtown Chilwell, although the kick was partially smothered, and taken in a really good tackle and brought to ground was Kane Reid. So we're seeing Kane Reid for the first time, playing down back. 7 games at the Falcons and a dual under-18 premiership player here at Newtown Chilwell, and we'll get a ball up at right half forward in this opening term. It's gone 5 minutes on the Barham Foods time clock.
Wilkinson gets it down, double fist up towards Walter, leaves it for McDonald, who's been influential so far. King gets wrapped up for North Shore. Ball spilled free, no umpire says. It's
gave the fend off.
Yep, gave the fend off. So Matt McMahon, the co-captain, will get the footy once King gets up and just leaves it for McMahon to pick it up. Has to go back off his mark at left half back. Wants to switch the play to the opposite side. Dangerous kick to Harris was okay in the end. Now McDonald back to Harris. He's been influential so far, Joe McDonald. Handball to Reid. Runs outside defensive 50. Goes towards centre wing with the kick. They're moving the ball nicely now, the Eagles. They go in towards half forward. Mark not taken. Primer was right there. Got the tackle away. Only as far though as Condi. Left foot kick inside. It was smothered. Still at 50 for Newtown. And it might be a pack developing there. Right on 50. The umpire will come in and ball it up. The Eagles 1-1-7. They lead North Shore one behind. We've played 6 minutes on the time clock thanks to Barham Foods. Sells the freshest fish direct to you. Donga Road, North Geelong.
Opening term thanks to Harvey Norman. Foppiani doing the ruck work, winning the tap. Arb on the clearing kick and a rolling ball towards the outer wing, trying to control it and getting a handball up. That's Chadwick, and they'll send a kick forward through Walmsley. Bouncing ball eluded Purcell, and it was well cleaned up there by Matty Law. Byrne, I should say. Byrne, a kick wide to Flynn Young. He'll swing onto his left boot, just forward of the Westies wing. He sends a kick now to half forward on the bounce, not taken cleanly by Fiore, then taken in the tackle, but it spills for Condi. A handball over his head into space for Young to run onto for Newtown. Little don't argue, and then swings onto his left boot again. Sends it towards about 20 from goal. I think it was touched off the boot, was it? No. And Annan has cut across and taken the mark in front of a rampaging Luke Maddock and holds things up. So Kobe Annan getting his hands on the footy early, the big North Shore ruckman, and that will please Jimmy Allen at Werribee.
Goes down the line towards Walmsley, puts the hands up, takes it at half back in front of Flynn Young. He wants to chip the ball short. It's okay. And taking the mark there is Marley King, the playing assistant coach for the Seagulls this year. He's at right half back. Umpire Nacho says play on. Goes with a right foot kick down the line towards centre wing. Big pack there. Oh, coming through the middle of the back of the pack there was Milsom. He couldn't take it. Seagulls get it towards half forward. Oh, coming out. Didn't actually take the go towards the ball. Purcell. He left it behind. Now Newtown. Reed. Handball back in. Board was all right. Kapala to Wilkinson. Back to Kapala. Had to wait and sit for it. Comes out the back to Charlie Harris on centre wing. Now Byrne. Left foot kick. Normally pretty good. Down the ground anyway because he got one late from Miljevic, and there'll be a free kick. And I think Dunn for Newtown will take the free kick.
So Alex Dunn playing just game number 10 at senior level. Goes laterally and finds Byrne. Byrne has it, and he'll concede some ground back, and the mark's dropped back there by Reed, but time to recover and then drill a ball onto the chest of McDonald, who's been busy early. He turns and kicks inside 50. Maddock the target. Good defensive spoil from Trupp in the long sleeves for North Shore, but over the shoulder at the base of the pack against Anderson, and the free kick will be paid, and that'll go to Matty Lloyd, who you cannot miss in the iridescent pink boots. Distance wouldn't be an issue for him normally. Just what the breeze is doing is the question. Matty Lloyd will swing out onto the right from about 55 metres, gets a good piece of it. He pushes it across the face though, and it's off the hands of the pack and through for a minor score. And the margin is 7. 1-1-7, Newtown and Chilwell. North Shore make that 1-2-8. Newtown Chilwell, one behind North Shore. We've played 8.5 minutes on the first quarter. Bowen Foods time clock. Bowen Foods selling the freshest fish direct to you. Donga Road, North Geelong.
So Hayes plays on from fullback for the Seagulls. Goes with a right foot kick long towards Annan, holds up in the breeze and falls into his arms. And the big ruckman takes the mark at right half back for North Shore. A short little kick to Miljevic was terrible. Now, can he get around Lazaro? He can. His handball to Annan was a standing start, was no good. Comes back to Lazaro. He gets the handball over the top to McMahon. 55 out and closing into the pocket. Oh, there's two of them there lining up. Take a number. Flynn Young runs in. Can he kick his first of the season? He certainly can. And he turns around and kicks the second for Newtown. They go to 2-2-14. They lead North Shore one behind. And that's on the Harvey Norman K-Rock first quarter scoreboard. Think Harvey Norman. Roy Big Brands at Geelong's best prices.
2 goals from mistakes. Just North Shore's mistakes. I've got to tidy up on that. And both of them, unfortunately, the big fella, Anand. Ruckman rules, you know, you've got to get the handball receive off the ruckman. There was no one running past the ruckman there, and he obviously had to go short. There was nothing long down the line, and he turned the ball over with a bit of a miscued kick, and you can't give Flynn Young any chances, and he was in that much space. Flynn Young, he owned the forward 50 on his own, so pretty poor defensively then, North Shore.
KFC Twitter poll, or KFC X poll, that was the Newtown Chilwell boys 78%, North Shore 22%. Bove run down in a really good tackle by Salmon, now clearing handball that will try to get the ball forward for North Shore. It's released to Gerard. Gerard a handball back to Kavanagh. Kavanagh at right half back, chips it wide. It's a well-weighted ball, and Salmon has taken the mark. Salmon to Walmsley, the new dad has got it. About 75 from goal, into the pocket he goes and finds a leader, and the mark taken by Milsom, and he's got it. Man on the mark, just on 50. And Milsom will have a shot and try and kick North Shore's first. So after having the best of the early exchanges, they've conceded a couple of goals, the Seagulls, and need to get one back. And Milsom, who I think played a bit of junior footy here at Newtown Chilwell, will have a shot at goal and a chance to pull the margin back to 7 points. Milsom on the way now. Got a really, really good piece of it. It's a good effort. It'll float across the face, off hands, but socket on the goal line, and claiming the goal is that Purcell, who has poached it in. He's been able to soccer that through, sort of Ian Rush, Liverpool FA Cup style back in 1986. And the margin is back to 7 points. He put the fingers in the air straight away, Harry Purcell, and the margin The scoreboard sees North Shore 117 trailing Newtown Chilwell 2-14 in this opening term, thanks to Harvey Norman Furniture, Electrical, Bedding, Computers. Think Harvey Norman, Corona and Warren Ponds for all the big brands at Geelong's best prices.
Well, 3 defenders flew then, and no one really got a good piece of it to put it over the line and kept the ball alive for North Shore to have a chance, and they did. They finished it off.
Wilkinson gets it down beautifully to McMahon in the middle. Walmsley takes him away, but he gets it back. Now the co-captain with a right foot kick inside 50. Maddock can't take the mark. Primus handball for North Shore, only as far as Maddock. Chain of handballs coming around. It's Condi. Left foot kick very wide and through for 1 behind. So his first score of the afternoon. And 2-3-15 now Newtown. They lead North Shore 1-1-7. Harvey Norman, K-Rock. First quarter scoreboard.
Burned a couple of teammates there. He had some forward hand release opportunities and didn't. Had a shot himself, which went nowhere.
Cam Anderson, ex-Claremont, played 12 games in his first year, kicked 9 goals for the Shories. He's got kicking duties. Comes out of his defensive goal square over the outstretched arms of Willow Dwyer, goes high to half back, and it's plucked nicely by Maddock Hamlin, hanger contender. He's been called to play on, so kicks now inside 50. Not a great kick. King got across for North Shore and fisted it towards the boundary line. Can Burns keep it alive? No, he can't. It's out of bounds for a boundary throw-in. Campbell Burns can't miss him with the double strap shoulders.
Breeze has picked up 2 slightly down here, Kingy, just favouring Newtown's end.
So makes what North Shore are doing so far maybe not too bad. To only be 8 points down as we approach 13 minutes on the Barham Foods time clock. We're going to see young Taylor in the ruck going against Foppiani. It's a shallow throw in. We might get that thrown in again. There's maybe the breeze just working against the boundary umpire there. He's no Lamal.
Oh, looking forward to Lamal this year. Oh.
Once again, we'll get it tossed back into play. Left forward pocket, Newtown attacking the McLean Pavilion end. Tap down Foppiani, but numbers there, including Anderson for North Shore. Dumped in a tackle by Foppiani. And they're the tackles they're trying to get rid of. Those ones where you just go that extra motion with the sling, and Foppiani's been pinged by umpire Ganaccia, and the free kick will go to Cam Anderson. And he'll look to get North Shore out of trouble.
He goes short. Oh, dangerous kick. Coming up there was O'Dwyer, but it was all right in the end. And the Seagulls at defensive 50 can still control the football, but it's pretty congested in front of the kick. It came from Primer, goes towards the boundary line at the back. Pocock. And he's got the Larry hair. Handball back inboard. Lazaro got it away to Bove. Goes towards centre half forward over the head of a couple. Coming out the back. Primer read it the better. Handball to Hazel under pressure. He got the handball on the up. Has to be good here. Arbin. Handball was chopped off. Still at 50. Oh, Foppiani on hands and knees. Now flicked out to Condi. His forward handball over the head of a couple. Primer in defence for North Shore. Might be okay. And it goes to Burns at defensive 50.
Burns on the 45. A kick taken on the bounce. Taylor's handball. He was on the bounce. Now they'll look to clear towards half back. Went through the legs there of Bailey Lewis, but he's helped out by Walmsley. Walmsley sends it long. Purcell in a one-on-one in front of Orr. Bouncing ball. Purcell tried to knock it to his own advantage. Was able to run onto the loose footy. Tighten the pocket. Rolling. And kicking one of the goals of the year. I know we're only 15 minutes in, but that will be tough to top from Harry Purcell. Goal of the afternoon contender, kicks his second. He knocked it to his own advantage, and on the tightest of angles in the right forward pocket was able to dribble it through and cut the margin back to 2. First quarter, K-Rock Harvey Norman scoreboard, 2-3-15 Newtown and Chilwell. North Shore 2-1-13. Show me a better goal in season 2024. That's going to be tough to top.
Absolutely. He's only had the 2 kicks. 2 of them are rippers. 2 goals. Showing that he doesn't need much of an opportunity down there, Jace.
I was elbowing King in the kidneys as he was kicking it. This is going to go through.
It just kept coming around and around and around.
Back in the middle. That's a throw.
Great goal.
And it's going to come back to be a free kick to Newtown.
He's kicked 2 in the first quarter. He kicked 3 for the whole season last year. And they're 2 absolute jaffers.
Absolutely.
So Diamond back into the centre square. There was a free kick against North Shore for a throw there. So that's now in the arms of Matty Lloyd. Still on centre wing. He's called to play on now. Not much to kick to at half forward. Anand has come back, so he's had to go wide to Wilkinson. His handball over the top was okay. Mitchie Diamond's got a bit of speed and space. He goes in, great kick. Oh, and just taken Flynn Young. And rubber chested, he had to take it second grab, and he will shoot from 50 out on just a worse than 45-degree angle. No, I don't think Braden Hocking's playing.
No.
No, I think he was a laid out.
Laid out, is he?
Yeah, for Lazaro.
For Lazaro. So Flynn Young, who has kicked one, can he do a Harry Purcell and kick his second? He's 50 out. I'm going to have a good look at this with the breeze. He puts it out with the breeze. That is a beautiful kick, Flynn Young. That was never going to miss. He told Cam Brimmer all about it as well. So a quick reply for Newtown. Flynn Young's second and the third for the Eagles. They go to 3-3-21. They lead North Shore 2-1-13. Harvey Norman, K-Rock. First quarter scoreboard, Harvey Norman, Cryo and Warren Ponds. Think Harvey Norman for all the big brands at Geelong's best prices in the expert share. Thanks to the Sporting Globe. Eat, drink, sport. Ryrie Street, Geelong. Here is Matt Kershaw.
Well, Flynn Young might have been in the change rooms before the game listening to our pre-game chat. And
you build them up, don't you, Kirsch, eh?
Kirsch put the acid on me this year. He said I need a big season, and he's come out and he's
here I am.
Absolutely reminded us that he can play football, the kid.
He's on Werriby's VFL list this year too. Just talking about Werribee VFL. Great to see Jack Henderson, St Mary's, representing the VFL against the Sandful today.
He's a good man, Hendo.
One of 7.
I saw that. Them in Southport were well represented.
Cam Wilkinson with a free kick from the middle goes looking for Fiore. Spoil from behind from Trupp was okay. He finds it at ground level, dives on it, and then the ball does spill out as the umpire put whistle to mouth. Trupp might have hurt himself for St John of God. Just keep an eye on that buzz. I know he's got to his feet okay. He might have just landed awkwardly on the footy. St John of God, we put you first. Myer Street in Geelong. Anand and Wilkinson going at it. It's a good head-to-head that you've nominated this afternoon. We'll keep an eye on some Wombat Gully Plant Farm matchups as well. Charlie Harris knocked it forward only as far as Walmsley for North Shore. Quick handball release. Anand clearing kick comes from Anderson towards half forward. Miljevic is his target and front of the pack couldn't control the footy, but in the end did get his hands on it against Reed, but then Reed came across, laid a good tackle, and we'll get a ball up next to the boundary line. And Buzz Conway, who's down boundary side for us this afternoon. Now a bit of push and shove taking place. And the umpire says, give it to me. I'm just going to ball this up, pull it in from the boundary line. Anand winning the tap down against Wilkinson. The roving by Walter, though, bursting through and then driving Newtown and Chilwell into attack. Foppiani, big fly, Flynn Young over the top of Primer, couldn't hang on. Primer at ground level couldn't take it. Foppiani gave it to Young, tried the don't argue on Seller, took it high. Umpire said play on advantage, kick off the side of the boot. Fiore, goal square, and here's a chance for the first in Newtown colours for Will O'Dwyer. And the O'Dwyers listening in Tatura and Noosa will be enjoying that. Nephew of club icon Noel gets his first in the red and black, and the margin now out to a game high 14 points. 4-3-27 Newtown and Chilwell. North Shore 2-1-13 on the opening quarter. Harvey Norman, Corio and Warren Pond scoreboard. Think Harvey Norman for all the big brands at Geelong's best prices.
So Newtown are emptying what we're seeing with Newtown's forward line is they're emptying their forwards out. So their tools are getting up the ground and they're leaving O'Dwyer and Flynn Young to be those two smaller players or that hybrid type player inside the forward 50 to cause some damage, and that's exactly what they're doing at the moment.
So back to the middle, Wilkinson and Anand. Anand gets it down, past King, Walmsley to run onto it for North Shore, handball back to the voice. Oh, Lloyd got his head ripped off for Newtown. He'll take the free kick just inside the centre square. He goes towards centre wing. Byrne got a hand to it, couldn't take the mark. Needs to be good under pressure, gets around blind turn. Did he get rid of the football? He did. The umpire said play on O'Dwyer. Handball underneath the diamond was good. At half forward, goes with the right foot kick towards the top. A good play by Maddock, who just stood his ground, took the mark. Mitchie saw him out the corner of his eye, and right in front of our best seats in the house, thanks to Atco Cafe 24/7. He hit up the straightest back in the GFNL, Luke Maddock.
There's nobody more upright than Luke Maddock, is there?
Very upright.
Just a reminder, he's a backman.
Just to, how many has he kicked in his career? Did you say,
just
King?
the lazy 4 goals in his 84-game career.
4, so
This could go anywhere.
yeah.
There's no real exposed form for Luke Maddock.
He's not. And
Well, they're trying to make him a forward, so we're going to see whether he's up to it.
well, no Braden Hocking, so he has to.
He's a bit of a show-off. He's wearing black boots.
50 out, right
Oh, it
foot
wasn't great.
kick.
I told you it could go anywhere.
And goes towards Foppiani in the square, can't take the mark. Lewis wrapped up by Foppiani for North Shore, and the umpire says play on. The ball spills free. I think O'Dwyer's made it again, hasn't he? and he said one behind. So I don't know whether Newtown tried to work the goal umpire over there and hoodwink him, or he was correct, but it's a behind.
He nearly fell over, the goal umpire. He went back with that hard. So much theatre in his
4-4
point decision making.
4-4-28 Newtown. They lead North Shore 2-1-13. Harvey Norman, K-Rock first quarter scoreboard, and we've played 21 and a half minutes on the time clock, thanks to Bowen Foods. Sells the freshest fish direct to you, Donga Road in North Geelong.
Nice little Wombat Gully Plan Farm matchup. Brad Gerard and Gennaro Bove on a wing.
Yes.
A couple of very talented youngsters going ahead. Although Gerard's not so much a youngster now.
He's been around a while, hasn't he?
He has, with his stint at Anarchy as well. Nice kick in there. Finds Salmon. Coming from Primer, he marks just inside defensive 50 in the corridor. He wants to keep it in the corridor and go short onto the chest of Marley King. King brings it wide to the wing, and they've got some space here with Kavanagh to work in. Just had to wait for it to bounce. Then he'll send a kick towards half forward. Looking down there for Chadwick. He's going to get a free kick. I reckon he's being held onto there by Toolman. And good to see a Toolman back involved in local footy. Haven't heard that name for a while. Chadwick. Didn't get all of the kick. It wasn't a great kick, but inside 50 it goes. No mark taken there by Kapala. North Shore fighting for it. Kapala a little soccer away, but King clean hands. Miljevic, Gerard, little left foot dribbling ball into the space that King was occupying. King pulls the trigger on the kick and hits the post from about 40 out right forward pocket. Missed opportunity there for the Seagulls, but I'm liking what I'm seeing of Marley King early.
He's got some good poise, hasn't he? He's controlled. He
Kicks the ball well too,
he
doesn't
does, yep. Real good decision maker so far.
Lloyd plays on from fullback for Newtown. Straight down the middle, straight towards the straight back. Maddock can't take it. Bove. Maddock again. There are two kicks in there at centre half forward. 1-on-1. Primer in front. Got held on to. Yes, the umpire said. Nacho's right on the spot. Cam Primer will take the free kick. Defensive 50. Moves it laterally to Hayes. Just had to sit and wait for it and did so.
Pitched the long sleeves, Lockie Hayes.
Has. And he goes to the right foot. Kick over the top. It's okay towards centre wing. And taking the mark there is Chadwick. He goes on the outside to Wormsley. His kick up and up the chimney. Goes towards half forward. Punched away. Gerard. Wilkinson comes across for Newtown. His handball was okay to Kapala. Back to Wilkinson. Oh, the Eagles under pressure now though. Taylor gets across there for North Shore as well. Gerard stole the ball. 50 out. Handball forward towards Milsom. Running towards the boundary. Kicks it across the face of goal. Which way is it going to bounce? Purcell got it on a string. Harry, can he keep it in? He's got two Newtown players against him. I think he'd be pretty happy to see it over.
Got a free kick.
He got a free kick too.
Being held according to the umpire.
So Harry Purcell, left forward pocket. He's kicked two.
He only kicked 3 for the entire year last year, and he might have 3 at quarter time.
He's had 2 kicks. He's had 2 kicks. This is going to be his third, and he could have 3 goals. So he's the type of bloke, I reckon, who we should know pretty early whether he's kicked it or not. He's going to go.
Loves a celebration.
On the J curve. He comes around. Right foot kick. I'm not watching.
Oh!
I'm just watching him, and he's kicked the goal.
He celebrated. You knew straight away.
He put his hand up, Taylor Walker style, and he's kicked his third. And the third for North Shore. They go to 3-2-20. They cut the margin. Newtown 4-4-28. Harvey Norman, K-Rock, first quarter scoreboard.
Well, this is exactly what we wanted to see from the Shoreys. Just a competitive edge and a bit of better ball movement, and to have some system from back to forward, and that's exactly what we're seeing at the moment. And the difference is they're hitting targets. The decision making coming out of their back half and maintaining possession to give themselves a chance inside forward 50 has been really good.
Can't not like they're actually starting 4 in the middle. Salmon, Anand, Arbon and King is actually a really good quartet in there. Annan's won a big fist forward about 20 metres to the edge of the centre square, but Bove's going to come across. He was taken high surely by Widdowson. Umpire didn't see it that way. Annan's going to pick up the loose footy. Handball. Arbon went to go one way, went the other for North Shore. Out wide towards Salmon, who has got to have to wait for it to bounce. He'll be confronted by Diamond, but will send a floating kick inside 50. Not a great kick. Reed sits under it and takes the mark for Newtown and Chilwell, the debutant. 7 games with the Falcons. He goes short. That's dangerous to burn. Spoil provided. Chadwick. He'll pick up the loose footy. Went with the banana and hit the belly of the ball. Put it across the face and out of bounds. It'll bounce. Not a bad result. If you're going to miss, you might as well get a stoppage inside your forward 50.
Yeah, absolutely. But they could have made a better opportunity. He really didn't need to go the banana. Just take one more step, straighten up, open shot and goal.
If we think they're kicking into the breeze, as Buzz has alluded to, then they've made a real good fist of this opening turn.
Boundary throw in. Taylor in front, gets it down. Burn at the side of the pack. Salmon bears down on him. He gets the handball away. Kapala has to wait and go back. Salmon gets their handball on the outside. Anderson back off a standing start. The right foot kick towards the pocket. And it's Milsom with the outside of the right foot. Oh, wasn't far away from Will Milsom either.
Wasn't. The goal umpire didn't move that much.
Some party tricks. And he kicks one behind. 3-3-21, the Seagulls. And the Eagles 4-4-28. Harvey Norman K-Rock first quarter scoreboard.
Charlie Harris has it in the back pocket, short to Bove. Bove, everybody ran past him, so he runs away and sends a kick towards the outer wing. Rolling ball on the Autumn Street side of the ground, not controlled by Lockie Hayes of the Seagulls. And it's out of bounds for a boundary throw in true centre wing. Darren Winter's got to like the effort that's been brought in this opening quarter, Kirsch, for the Sporting Globe.
Absolutely. Not just offensively, but defensively, they've been really good. Like we mentioned in the broadcast before, their ball movement's been really sound.
Hope you're enjoying the call through krockfootball.live, wherever you're listening around the world, and also via AFL Barwon TV. Live stream provided by Red Onion Creative. From the boundary throw in, Wilkinson on the up. Bove head over it, ran into Widdowson. That might have been high up. I said play on. Loose footy. Chance here for the Seagulls. Widdowson, although he turned it over. Quick kick inside forward towards forward 50s. Marked by Foppiani. 53 from goal. Swings onto his right boot. 1-on-1. Maddox should take the mark against the smaller Prima does. Well, this should be a goal for Luke Maddox. As we said, not many in his career, of course. People forget he has the one senior game to his name at Geelong West, back at the Roosters when he was a young fella, his junior club. But since coming back from WA, a stint over there, he's been holding up this Newtown and Chilwell defence for 5 or 6 years. He should, though, really kick an important goal here in the shadows of quarter time, just to push the margin back out to double figures. 15 out, directly in front, and he makes no mistake. So Luke Maddox, with his first of the season, just the 5th of his 85-game career. And the margin is 13. 5-4-34 Newtown and Chilwell. 3-3-21 North Shore. 28 minutes played in this opening quarter. Thanks to Harvey Norman, Corio and Warren Ponds. Think Harvey Norman for all the big brands at Geelong's best prices. Kirch, furniture, electrical, bedding, computers, you name it. They've got it at Harvey Norman, Corio and Warren Ponds.
So that was that mismatch we spoke about before, and they've got to get their matchups right. You know, Trupp was off the ground for far too long, and Primer ended up getting the matchup with Maddox, who's taken a few marks while Trupp was off. So, look, I don't think Trupp needs to be rotated all that much from fullback, so leave him on Maddox.
So Wilkinson gets it down in the middle. Walter taps it to himself and the don't argue and gets away on the cricket pitch area and goes towards Foppiani again, who takes the mark. Wants to wheel and go pretty quickly. He's got an open forward line. He goes with a high right foot kick towards the last time it was there. Maddox in front of Trupp this time and takes another mark. And it's deja vu for Luke Maddox. He's going to kick the goal from exactly the same spot.
Maybe get Trupp off and bring Primer back on.
I don't think it matters, does it, at the moment?
Exactly.
But it's that quick forward movement, isn't it?
That's exactly what it is. And if you can get a one-on-one, like Maddox a beast of a human, so if you can get it one-on-one, he's a very strong man. We see how strong he is taking defensive marks. It's just he's kicking, which...
Well, he's 10 out. He's gone back on the nice little run-up. He's on the runway. He's back about 30 out, so he's going to come in now and kick a goal. So his second in a minute, and... that just steadies the Eagles after the Seagulls had come at them a little bit. 6-4-40 now, Newtown, North Shore 3-3-21. Harvey Norman, K-Rock. First quarter scoreboard.
I'm backing that's the first time he's kicked multiple goals in his career, Kirsch.
So too, yeah, I reckon you're right.
He could actually equal his career tally this afternoon if he's going to spend it all afternoon forward.
Correct. We're going to have Harry Purcell at one end doing beating his last year's total. We've got Luke out this end beating his total score ever. Back in the centre again, though. That's where they've won the last 2 clearances, but not this time.
Yeah, Annan grabs it out of the ruck, jams it on the boot, but puts it straight onto the chest of Charlie Byrne for Newtown, just on defensive 50. Looks to come broadcast side. Mitch Diamond presents to him, and he puts it onto his chest at half, back point of the square. Broadcast side, Westie's wing side of the ground. Saw Bob and Kath earlier. Welcome to you guys, and we think of Mark, of course, in the month of April as we approach 26 years since his sad passing. The lateral ball, Lloyd in the bright boots. Wilkinson leads out into the footy and marks for Newtown. Autumn Street side of the ground, looks to draw the man on the mark. Gives a handball to Charlie Harris. Harris a kick into the right forward pocket, bounces in front of Fiore. Hayes tracking him. Ball goes out of bounds. We'll get a boundary throw in the right forward pocket in front of the K-Rock Street team who are here this afternoon. Make sure you go and say hi to the team. KFC vouchers to give away, and also the can coolers, the Carroll football can coolers. Check them out with the K-Rock Street team.
They're listening intently too over there. They gave us a big shout out over there, the K-Rock Street team. Great to have them here. Connor Foppiani gets it down in the ruck contest. Walmsley comes back, handball across the face of goal. Trupp's going to get the clearing kick for North Shore out towards Purcell, a long way away from goal. He leaves the footy behind, needs to go towards Bove. Bove also leaves it behind. They're happy to see it over the boundary line. In front of the best seats in the house, thanks to APCO Cafe 24/7. We're going to have a boundary throw in.
Win 5K to spend your way at APCO now, thanks to APCO service stations right across Victoria. Got my patronage in Wangaratta over the summer. And Shepparton as well, as I did a bit of a tour of the northeast. Ball back into play. Wilkinson front position, win the tap down for Newtown, but it's roved by Walmsley, the new dad. Gives it at close quarters to Anand. Had it knocked from his grasp by Wilkinson. I reckon Condi taken high there by Purcell, and now they'll go at it. Will Purcell and Condi and find themselves sort of like Borat and his assistant.
A little bit of WWE action there.
Getting to know each other a little bit more intimately. Mick Condi and Harry Purcell. Mick Condi playing GFNL game 166 this afternoon. Goes short to his co-captain. Maddox sharing the captaincy with Matt McMahon. Matt McMahon closing in on 250. Game 246 this afternoon, according to our numbers. To the goal square, Maddox fisted away. Front of the pack, Tregenza gives a handball off. Chance to clear the kick from King. It's a bouncing ball. In fact, it was Kavanagh who gave it off, but the kick was poor there. Or lucky for Newtown, or North Shore, that it was out of bounds when Matty McMahon took it, and we'll get a boundary throw in. Matt McMahon coming off a limited pre-season would be the best way to describe it.
Is there any timekeepers here today?
32 and a quarter minutes gone. We have had 9 goals and a couple of stoppages. Get a boundary throw in. About 45 around from the goal mouth that Newtown's attacking the old cement end, and then won the tap down into a dangerous position. King surely being held on to. Umpire didn't see it that way. Good tackle laid on Foppiani. Umpire says sling tackle. So the non-controlling umpire 35 metres away has said that the tackle laid on Foppiani was a sling.
Standing right behind the umpire too, who was in control.
I don't think it was a sling either. I think it was just a forceful tackle.
And there's that siren you were looking for, Jace. And it'll be Connor Foppiani to have a shot at goal. His dad, of course, Frank, a legend at North Shore. Multiple premiership play before guiding St Mary's to a flag. Foppiani, shot at goal, starts it right, works it back, nice finish. So good finish to the quarter, an entertaining opening term. And the margin will be 25 at the first break. 7-4-46, Newtown and Chilwell. North Shore a 3-3-21. The margin was 7 points before during time on, but 2 goals to Luke Maddock and 1 after the siren there to Connor. Amateur yet to open the account. But
haven't got the internet in Queenscliff just yet, so
good start for Port Arlington and a good start for Newcombe.
Yes.
A couple of goals early.
Going with the water at Bridge Reserve.
With the swimming with the tide.
Swimming with the pool, that's right.
Let's go down to Buzz Conway, who's boundary side for us. Buzz, come on in.
Yeah, just listening into the North Shore huddle here, Kingy. Pretty happy with proceedings. Just going to try and pinch Harry Purcell to run us through that goal in 10 seconds before the bounce. If I can grab the little champ, if I can spot him. Here he comes.
I think you'll need more than 10 seconds.
Harry, just quickly, mate, you've got to run us through that goal, mate, in 10 seconds or less without swearing.
Which one? I've kicked 3 of the best.
Very nice.
Kicked 3 more this quarter.
Man, a few words. There you go.
Which one off kick 3?
Only one of them's a goal of the year contender, although 3 have all been
pretty good, haven't they?
high quality.
Yeah, exactly right.
Just seeing Shane Hayes, Premiership Ruckman, I think in your 2000 year,
Certainly was. I hope he's got something on his bonce that'll stop him from getting burnt.
became inducted as a life member.
Was indeed.
Just in the last month, so congratulations to Shane Hayes. Just making his way towards us. Hope you're enjoying the call through carrockfootball.live and AFL Barwon TV. Second quarter action about to get underway thanks to Morris Business Class Finance. It's asset lending the way it should be. Call 1300 4Morris to upgrade to Business Class Finance. And of course, it's a new pinnacle of personalised service and commitment tailored specifically for Geelong, Werribee and Surf Coast businesses. And we thank Nathan Murray for their support of Carrock football in season 2024.
East Geelong guru.
Yep.
Nathan Murray.
And of course, massive supporter of the GDFNL as their naming rights sponsor. But fantastic to have them part of the K-Rock football team this year. Just waiting for the last remnants of crowd to make their way off Eldersley Reserve. Sun's just starting to poke through here on a breezy but pleasant afternoon, thanks to South Point Garden Supplies. Second term action underway. Here's Jason Doherty on KRockFootball.live.
So Annan and Wilkinson gets it down. McDonald can't pick it up first attempt, can't pick it up second attempt, tracks it across centre wing, then misses the target, which was Flynn Young. Gerard comes across for North Shore, wrapped up by Young. In the back, I think the umpire's going to pay. Nachos straight across, gives the free kick. And the skipper for the Seagulls, Brad Gerard, on centre wing is going to take the free kick.
He goes short on his left to Walmsley and enjoying fatherhood is Connor. Congratulations to him. I think Poppy, name of his newborn. Sending a kick to just forward of the wing. Annan being held on to. I reckon he's going to get a free kick. Will advantage be paid? No, Tregenza doesn't take it. And he'll come back to Kobe Annan. He'll give a handball off to King, who's Arbin, I should say, confronted, but steps around the man coming towards him. High ball. Now, there's a bit going on off the footy here, and I reckon there's going to be a free kick going to Milsom. So, thanks to a trio of free kicks, North Shore find themselves with a shot at goal from about 30 metres out directly in front, and Will Milsom, who had an opportunity actually to cut the margin back to 2 points late in the second quarter when he had a banana at goal, just left it to the near side. This is much needed to make the margin 19 after Newtown kicked the last 3 goals of the opening term. Will Milsom playing his 31st game at GFNL level from 30 metres out, sends it on its way, and he snuck it in at the right-hand goal post. So a goal for the Shoreys, much needed, breaks a run of 3 consecutive from the Towners. And on the second quarter, K-Rock Morris Business Class Finance scoreboard. It's North Shore 4-3-27. They trail Newtown and Chilwell 7-4-46. KRockFootball.live and AFL Barwon TV. Here's Matty Kershaw for the Sporting Globe.
I like it. Positive start. They've been direct and again involved. He seems to be just involved in everything. Like goals for the North Shore and goals for Newtown. He's involved in a couple as well. But how important is he for this team? So he's going really well.
So back to the middle. Umpire Ganaccia with the football in hand. Kobe Annan and Cam Wilkinson. Wilkinson gets it down. Walmsley tracks McDonald. He tried to get the handball away, couldn't, but the umpire said holding the ball right on the cricket pitch area. So the Seagulls through Walmsley, gives it away to Arbin, goes inside 50, past Miljevic. Now the Eagles try and get across to McMahon at half-back, takes the mark outside defensive 50, just kicks it out in front, and they're going to set a task for Charlie Harris. Flynn Young's there, got it one-handed, wheeled around on the left, terrible kick off the boot towards centre wing, might be okay though. Handball on the up to Wilkinson, open half-forward flank position coming out. Maddock takes the mark in front of Trupp, 60 from goal.
Maddock just kicks it into space for Lazaro to run onto, and he's marked. He plays on quickly, has a shot at goal. It's across the face and off the hands hands of Byrne, and rather I should say Lloyd, and through for a minus score. So a rush behind there for Newtown and Chilwell. I think that's their third of the afternoon, and the margin is 20 on the second quarter. K-Rock Morris Business Class Finance scoreboard, 7-5-47, place 4-3-27.
So Hayes plays on from full-back for North Shore. Comes broadcast side, looking for Annan. Got a couple against him. Wilkinson at the back. Did the better. Kicked it back to whence it came. Inside 50. Trupp goes up in front. Can't take the mark. Hayes behind. His handball was okay. Arbin had to ride the tackle of Walter. And he does so. The umpire, he's going to let it go. Geez, he left it for a long time. I thought he was going to ping him. He didn't in the end. It was held to him, and we're going to have a ball up about 40 out from the Newtown goal.
Attacking the Minerva Road end in this second quarter. Maddock to do the ruck work against Annan. Annan winning the tap, roved by King for North Shore. Quick clearing kick's going to land on the chest of Charlie Byrne for Newtown and Chilwell. He's been adept at that during his time with the Towners. Sends it to centre half forward and unmarked Fiore. That's a good sight to see. Great to see Liam Fiore playing footy after an injury interrupted 2023. Finds himself back on Geelong's VFL list. Does the Shepparton product. And he'll have a shot at goal with the man on the mark standing inside 50, but not much. And we think into the slight breeze, this might be a tough kick. Would have to start at left-hand goal post. False start, he'll go again. Liam Fiore to make the margin a game high 26 points. Starts his approach now, hangs it out to the right, and that's not where he wanted it. He wanted it to the left and working to the right, but it stayed right and went further right, and it's a minus score. So Fiore with a behind. And the margin is 21. 7-6-48, 4-3-27.
Primer kicked it into Hayes, who gets it around the boundary line, but Lloyd chops it off in front of Lewis and takes the mark for Newtown. Back inboard over the head of Foppiani. Walter couldn't take the mark. His second effort was all right. Anderson lost it for North Shore. Handball to Foppiani, followed it up. 40 out from goal. Open goal square. Which way is it going to go? It's going to bounce over the top. Has he kicked the goal? No, it's a hold. And North Shore are going to take the free kick. So Salah, in the last line of defence for the Seagulls, is going to take the free and goes quickly to Primer. He chips over the top, so they're at defensive 50. Gerard takes the mark. Seagulls out of trouble for now.
He looks up and sees Tregenza presenting to him. Marks on his chest at left half back for North Shore. Oh, wanted the corridor. Poor kick. Turned it over. McDonald on hands and knees. A handball to McMahon, who under pressure from King pulls a kick into the left forward pocket looking for a fly. Fiore was there, but Hayes cleaned up for North Shore. A handball. Primer. Cheeky bounce in the right back pocket. Then a clearing kick to half back. Asks a lot of Salmon. Lloyd from behind the spoil ends up in the waiting arms of Charlie Harris. He turns and kicks looking for McMahon, but puts straight back onto the chest of Anderson. Anderson a kick onto the chest of Salmon for North Shore. He turns and kicks quickly, and they'll look to run here. Bouncing ball, will it sit up for Arbon? It will. Just inside the field of play. Wants to come back inboard. Salmon kept running. Couldn't take it with the one hand. Received it from Taylor. Salmon ran to 40. Salmon with a flying shot at goal. Has missed to the right. Gee, that would have been some sort of goal, as Joseph Salmon provided plenty of run down the outer side. And the margin again, 20, 4-4-28 North Shore, 7-6-48 Newtown and Chilwell. 6 minutes played on the Barwon Foods second quarter time clock.
Parler into Reed, short to O'Dwyer at defensive 50 for the Eagles. Flynn Young really wanted it, but O'Dwyer goes backwards to Reed, and he wants to switch the play. Got some time and space. And they get it around the outside. The ball goes to Toolman. He goes further afield. They're away with Byrne. They like to use his left foot off half back, and that's why. Finds Foppiani on centre wing. He goes with a kick for Newtown inside 50. Maddock takes the mark and will shoot for goal from 40 out. He's looking for a pass though. He was thinking about it, but now he goes, no, I'm going to go back and look for another pass, and now I'm not, because he puts the left hand up and says, no, I'm going to have a set shot. So here's kick 2 so far, Luke Maddock. And this a chance. Tough shot though. Left half forward flank, Minerva Road end of Eldersley.
This will take his best too, Jace, kicking into a bit of a stiff breeze now.
Nearly as stiff as his back, this breeze, as he comes in, Luke Maddock. So his left half forward, right foot kick. He's going to kick from 40 out. Keeps it low.
Goal umpire didn't move, Jace.
Not move an inch for Luke Maddock's third of the afternoon. And he gets the 8th for Newtown. 8-6-54, they lead North Shore 4-4-28. Morris, business class finance K-Rock scoreboard.
He's getting a little ahead of himself, I think, Lukey Maddock, as a forward. And he'd be up there going, it's not that hard playing forward, it really isn't.
None of us picked Luke Maddock to win the goal kicking this year.
No, he's equal leader at the moment, isn't he?
Him and Harry Purcell.
Yeah,
I don't think either of those two came across our thoughts.
I reckon Luke Maddock at halftime was going to go, which one was my best? I kicked 3.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Kicked 3.
I'm sure Buzz will have Luke Maddock in the gun at halftime if he continues with this.
The difference is they've been pretty rudimentary, his 3, compared to Harry Purcell's.
That was a tough kick, though, into the breeze, as
great
Buzz
goal.
alluded to for South Point Garden Supplies. Back in the middle, Wilkinson against Taylor. Wilkinson won the tap, it straight to Salmon for North Shore. Rolling ball to half forward, coming up and attacking it with Chadwick. Dragged down in a tackle. Ball at ground level, diving over the top of it was Bryce Smith, the recruit from Bell Park. And we'll get a ball up as a stoppage ensues. 55 out from goal. Right in the corridor, North Shore attacking the western end of the ground, the Finesford end, the old cement works end. Wilkinson won the tap. Wormsley did the roving for North Shore, though, and brought to ground by Bove and McMahon, and we get another stoppage. Just keeping them at arm's length for the moment. The margin, 26 points, Newtown. Wilkinson this time getting up high. Salmon, the roving, ran into trouble. Somehow released a handball. Jammed on the boot by Arbon. Inside forward 50. A rolling ball. Went over the head of Purcell. Annan coming out. Crunch. Bounced off. Did all. He was taken in a good tackle, though, by Chadwick. And he's going nowhere. We'll get a ball up. He was good there in just game number 4 was Riley Orr. And forces a stoppage and we'll get a ball up.
So about 30 out from the North Shore goal. Reed, dropped the footy. He went for the kick and just got, and Jacob Miljevic is telling him all about it too at the moment. And I think they're going to reverse this. He came at Kane Reed pretty quickly, and the Newtown boys coming in to support the debutant.
Harry Purcell's got the ball, though, out the back.
Wants to kick the goal. And so big pack inside North Shore's forward 50. The umpire just letting them all get up, and it is going to go to Miljevic. So he's a bit lucky there, I reckon, to keep the footy.
Too. Yeah.
he gave Kane Reed a couple to go on with.
He did.
After he put the tackle on, but
just prior to that, though, Kane Reed, he did punch an Anand in the chest.
Right. Well,
the previous stoppage, so I think that might have been a little bit of a payback for
him. And he did get caught with the ball.
Holding the ball.
Holding the ball.
So I think you just let him know about that.
So Miljevic, 40 out from goal, slide angle, cement end of Eldersley Reserve as he brought it back with the breeze. Not just, and the Newtown boys and their supporters just telling Jacob Miljevic all about that, as well as he misses to the right-hand side. 4-5-29 now, North Shore. Newtown 8-6-54. Morris, business class finance, K-Rock, second quarter scoreboard.
Into the left back pocket, the short kick in of Byrne is marked by Charlie Harris. No Ned this afternoon, so you've got to factor him back in. Liam Nash not playing this afternoon. A high long ball to half back. Primer, was he being held on to there by Fiore? Umpire said play on. Fiore found the loose footy. Bove had his handball chopped off. Salmon got in the way. Handball back over the top towards Salmon. Just missed him. But Chadwick's going to get in the way of the handball. He's going to snap around his body. Milsom back with the flight. Couldn't hang on to it. Can he get it onto his boot? No. Oh, big tackle. Kapala dumped him over the line. And it'll be a behind as he hurt him. He's very slow to get up for St John of God as he was dumped into the turf. Margin is 24 and Will Milsom is still down on the goal line. And we're just going to get a stoppage in play here for the moment. 8-6-54 as the breeze has just got up slightly. 4-6-30. 11 and a half minutes played on the Bowen Foods time clock. And it's going to come back into the goal square just while we wait for Milsom to collect his thoughts. I can't be too concerned because no medical staff have gone to him. There is one going to him now, but it will come back, and Pocock has it in the left back pocket from the short kick in front of the K-Rock Street team.
So Pocock now, the kick outside 50. Looks for a Mark Taylor at the back for North Shore. Kick off the ground for Newtown was okay, effective to Young. He gives it away. Lloyd running through centre wing, past further afield to Fiore. He wheels and goes. Right foot kick was beautiful to O'Dwyer. That was great movement of the footy from Newtown. And Will O'Dwyer has taken the mark and will shoot for goal pretty much from where Luke Maddock had it 3 or 4 minutes ago at left half forward. He has kicked 1 goal, 1 this afternoon so far. And a chance for the 9th for the Eagles.
Yeah, Darren Winter won't be happy with that because they transitioned from defence to forward with ease then. There was no pressure on any of the ball carriers or kickers.
So Willow Dwyer comes in with that breeze. He's pushed it across the face of goal and through for one behind, 1-2 his personal tally.
He's a lively type, isn't he?
He is. They go to 8-7-55. Newtown lead North Shore. 4-6-30 Morris Business Class Finance. K-Rock second quarter scoreboard.
Will Milsom has come to the bench, sorry, Kingy. Appears fine, just a bit winded.
Long kick in from Anderson is well weighted, and the mark taken there by Arbon. Thanks for that buzz for St John of God. We put you first, Myer Street in Geelong. Justin O'Dwyer, best and fairest winner with the Noosa Tigers, which is a fairly good standard of footy in Queensland. Kick to the wing. Big spoil came from Anand. It sent it forward 25 metres. But a chance for Newtown to clean up. Diamond gave it to Reid. Now, this is a bit of a test here for Tillman. Purcell in a foot race. Purcell first to the footy. Tillman tries to hang on, trying to knock it to his own advantage again. Oh, Purcell crunch into the fence. We'll get a free kick. Just got a little bit of a hand from Tillman with a push in the back. He's kicked 3 goals already, 2 of them spectacular.
He wouldn't be passing it.
He's got to go to banana.
No, he's going the pass. He wants Kobe Annan. The ball's going to float on the breeze, though, onto the chest of Riley Orr, who marks 20 from his defensive goal. Brings it broadcast side and onto the chest of Young. Best seats in the house for APCO service stations. Win 5K to spend your way at APCO now. Flynn Young, former Grovedale Tiger. Bowen heads were into getting him home over the summer, but decided to stay at GFNL level. Oh, jeez.
Little clip.
Yeah, Primer just after Fiore took the mark, had a sort of a swing at the footy and might have got a little bit of the ear of Fiore. Fiore sees Diamond all alone, middle of Eldersley Reserve, and then his kick is beautifully weighted into the path of Charlie Harris, who marks 49 from goal. Chip to the pocket. O'Dwyer, his target. Did he get an arm chop? No. Has it got knocked away by Condi? Condi gave it back to O'Dwyer. Quick snap has missed to the near side, through for a behind. Margin again. An equal game high, 26 points. O'Dwyer is lively. 1 goal, 3 for him. Just hasn't been able to get full value for his effort so far. 8-8-56, plays 4-6-30 as we approach 15 minutes played on the Bowen Foods time clock. Bowen Foods, selling the freshest fish direct to you. Donga Road, North Geelong. And around the grounds for Leopold Sporties, West Coast 46 leads Sydney 37.
Jeez.
He whiz.
Didn't see that coming.
Anderson kicks it in from full back for the Seagulls. Looks for Anand, the big fella. Much bit bigger than Maddock there. Took the mark. Now Salmon comes back on his right foot on centre wing. Goes towards half forward. Punched away. At the back from Smith, now Bove. Little left foot kick out wide was good. Created some space. Charlie Harris at the back end of centre wing goes out towards Mick Condi. He gets on the left foot and goes towards half forward. Was he pushed after he got rid of the football? I think he was. He was dumped. And the Eagles are going to take the free kick. It's going to be on the outer side left half forward flank. It's going to be Liam Fiore with the free kick.
Whittison giving away the late free kick there. That frustrates coaches, Kirsch, no end, doesn't it?
Absolutely. Little coach killers, those things.
The Sporting Globe, Eat, Drink, Sport, Ryrie Street, Geelong. Fiore into the left forward pocket, going with the one hand. No mark taken there, but off the hands of the pack. Flynn Young, quick snap to the goal line. Looking for Foppiani. It's off hands and out of bounds. That was Alex Dunn, who was in that marking contest. Haven't caught a lot of him this afternoon, but another rush behind, and the margin is 27 on the second quarter. K-Rock, Morris Business Class Finance scoreboard.
So the kick in comes to Tregenza at half back for the Seagulls. He goes lateral to Gerard, right on defensive 50. You see what they're trying to do, Kirsch? They're trying to bring it back in board, but Newtown just being able to chop this off. This next kick after this, Anderson is still at defensive 50. He's going to try and bring it in, but it's all Newtown. He's going to have to go down the line. He goes short. Gerard made a bit of space for him. Just the 15. He goes with a left foot kick now. Long Miljevic used the body, but the ball went past him. Coming at it. Now Miljevic put on a big tackle against Toolman as well. The umpire says holding the ball. So free kick to Miljevic. Just forward of centre wing for the Seagulls.
Co-captain coming off winning the Johnny Albin medal as best and fairest last year, Jacob Miljevic, sharing the captaincy duties with Brad Gerard. Driving it long inside forward, 50 out the back. Milsom, it just had too much carry on the kick. There is a significant breeze now. Buzz blowing to that western end of the ground.
Absolutely, King. He certainly picked up in the last 5 minutes or so.
They're feeling it here inside the K-Rock van as well.
Like gale-like conditions now.
Bit of wind expected this afternoon. Mick going on off the footy. Salmon and Matty Lloyd getting to know each other. Doing the ruck work. Matty double palm down, front of the pack. Well, Zach Walter gave it to Ward, then all went to go back with a handball, but missed him. Oh, crunched. It's going to be a free kick to Reid. Coming over the top was Bryce Smith, who landed awkwardly, but now a 50-metre penalty as well. for Kane Reid to take advantage of, and they just get a breather for the moment, the players. Joseph Salmon comes to the bench. He's been really impressive this afternoon for North Shore. Had a top 10 finish in the Matheson Medal last year. Short kick. Reid. Zach Walter, wide. Toolman sends a kick over the top that's marked just on 50 by Foppiani for Newtown. Right half forward, eastern end of the ground. He drives a kick to the goal square. About 15 out, one hand. Fiore couldn't complete the mark. Front of the pack numbers there for North Shore. Tregenza, one of those on hands and knees, tried to flick it up to Gerard, but only gave it to Condi. Condi's quick kick, fortuitously playing Peter Schmeichel role on the goal line, is Cam Primmer, who marks on the chest and holds things up for the Seagulls.
So Primmer, not sure where to go. Goes as long as he can. Broadcast side at half back. Annan can't take the mark. Front was Walter. Broke free on the boundary line. Right foot kick back to whence it came. Primmer in front. Condi came at him. Pushed through, is it? Yes. Drupp pushes it through for another rush behind to Newtown. And they go to 8-10-58. They lead North Shore 4-6-30. Morris Business Class Finance, K-Rock second quarter scoreboard.
Quick kick in marked by Gerard, who's been busy. He sends it towards the Autumn Street wing. A bouncing ball. It's just going to have too much on it for Burns. And it's picked up by Diamond, the loose footy for Newtown. He sends it back towards centre half forward. Coming out but not marking was Lloyd. North Shore able to get numbers at the contest. One delay, a tackle that brings Joe McDonald to ground. It was Tregenza over the top. We'll get a ball up just inside the centre square, favouring Newtown, who lead by 28 on the second quarter K-Rock Morris Business Class Finance scoreboard. Annan might have won the tap there, but Walter is going to run onto the footy, shares it by hand. McDonald, a fit of the fumbles, the two good mates linking up, but McDonald just couldn't hold on to it. Was able to get a handball shoveled out. Oh, Bove taken high. Surely a free kick against King. No, not seen that way. So the umpire's either not seen it, or a Judge Gennaro Bove tried to duck under it. And Marley King's won the free kick for North Shore. The assistant coach sends it very, very wide and finds Widdowson, who's got it on the outer wing. Comes back into the corridor. A kick too much on it for Walmsley. Had to soccer it off the ground. Running onto the loose footy. Tregenza, can he share it by hand? No. Goes himself. Quick snap. And wasn't able to bend it enough. Has missed to the right. They've had some chances, but he's missed that one as Brad Tregenza. And the margin, again, 27 points. So we've had a run of behinds here in this contest. Only 2 goals in the quarter. The last coming at the 7-minute mark from Luke Maddock. And we're now at 20 minutes played on the Bowen Foods time clock. Bowen Foods sells the freshest fish direct to you. Donga Road, North Geelong.
Kingy, you mentioned Joseph Salmon just before when he was coming off to the interchange. He's hobbling a fair bit with looks like a left calf concern or maybe ankle, but certainly a bit of discomfort down here.
Thanks, Buzz, for St John of God.
So the Eagles work it around the boundary line to Charlie Byrne from the kick in. He takes the mark inside defensive 50. Dangerous kick, but good. Into the middle, and taking the mark is McDonald. He gets it wide to Diamond, so they've worked it to the opposite side, centre wing. Condi takes the mark, holds up in the breeze, he plays on. Left foot kick out wide to Lloyd. Usually likes to launch from centre wing, goes to the middle of the half-forward flank and taking the mark. Fiore gets the kick over the top, and Flynn Young has taken the mark. Wrong side for a left-footer, but again, Kirsch, way too easy transition.
Absolutely, and you know, how can you let Matty Lloyd be out there for 5 minutes on his own, someone of his ability? So to man him up, put pressure on him.
Flynn Young has kicked 2 goals this afternoon. This tough kick, left forward pocket, Minerva Road end of Elderslie Reserve. And he's going to be kicking across the breeze as it comes into his face. He's a left footer, so everything against him, but he's a pretty talented player and a great kick normally. And he keeps it low and he kicks the goal. And that's what he does. He's third, Flynn Young. So a great start for him. He's kicked 3 this afternoon. 9-10-64 now. Newtown, they lead North Shore 4-7-31. Morris Business Class Finance, K-Rock second quarter scoreboard. It's asset lending the way it should be. Call 1300 for Morris to upgrade to Business Class Finance.
Make no mistake, that kick was in extreme conditions. Like you said, the wind's coming across him. That is an absolute talent, that kick. Brilliant.
He's an undoubted talent, and that's the stuff that they'll be impressed to see at Werribee, and that'll keep him in the mix if Jimmy Allen requires him at any stage. They've made a very solid start to the VFL season, have the Bees. Wilkinson winning the tap down. for Newtown. Socket off the ground by McDonald, stretching and taking the good mark. That was a good take there by Bailey Lewis. Turns and kicks on the right boot. And he sees Wormsley getting forward of Walter in that Wombat Gully Plant Farm matchup, and Conrad Wormsley's got it. He's about 60 from goal, so he just sends it into the pocket. Milsom, his target, 2-on-1, unfortunately for him. And also Byrne over the top to knock it out of bounds, and we'll get a boundary throw in the right forward pocket. 9-10-64, Newtown and Chilwell, 4-7-31 North Shore. An entertaining opening half. The ball is really pinging around. This is a standard we're going to see in 2024 in the GFNL. We look forward to it here on KRockFootball.live. Tapped down by Wilkinson. Wormsley out of the pack, got a boot on the ball. Did it go 15? I don't think it did, but the mark's going to be paid to Salmon, and a chance to kick his first of the afternoon for the Seagulls.
Leopold Sporties around the grounds. Newcombe 25, Torquay 21.
Oh, hello.
Into reserve.
Hurricane down there, wouldn't it?
Might be now.
The question is, what's happening at Ray Menzies Oval? There's Port Arlington and Ocean Grove.
Ocean Grove 16, Port Arlington 19.
Haven't won since 1994 against Ocean Grove. 30 years. Find me a longer drought of team versus team in any sport in the world other than the Harlem Globetrotters and the Washington Generals. Joseph Salmon has kicked the goal, and he keeps his team alive. Very dubious whether the kick out of the pack from Connor Wormsley went 15 metres, but Salmon's not complaining. He's kicked the goal, margin 27, and they stay in the contest in this second term. Thanks to Morris Business Class Finance. It's asset lending the way it should be. Call 1300-4-MORRIS to upgrade to business class finance. 5-7-37 North Shore, 9-10-64 Newtown and Chilwell. And here in the expert's chair for the Sporting Globe, he drinks sport. Matty Kershaw.
Good method of ball movement there by North Shore to get the ball to the outside. Lewis moved that ball on quickly. Wormsley gets it in quickly, keeps the ball inside forward 50, keeps it alive, gives yourself a chance. Yep, the ball only travelled 8 metres, but the umpire pays it and finishes off. So they keep themselves in the game with a little bit of a sniff here.
Miljevic having a run on the ruck now for North Shore, goes up and gets it over the top of Wilkinson. Bove got it, had it across the cricket pitch area and gets around on the right foot. Open centre wing position. Which way is it going to bounce? Straight into the arms of Brad Jarrard. Handballs it back to Hayes. His handball further back to Primer on defensive 50 now. Tries to measure the pass towards Salmon, but it's not a good kick off the boot. They play on quickly now. Newtown. Flynn Young, kick towards half forward. Pack developed. Ball spilt free. Miljevic, left-hand handball, sat up. Now comes back to O'Dwyer. Off a step towards the top of the square. Great kick, and Maddock comes out and takes the mark. Just set it up for him to run into it, Luke Maddock, and he has taken the mark and will shoot for goal from 30 metres out directly in front.
Oh, when Braden Hocking comes back next week, maybe he's the defender for the year, and Lukey Maddock goes forward. He's proving to be a bit of a handful up there for them.
He's kicked 3 this afternoon. This is a quick reply to the Salmon goal for North Shore, Luke Maddock. And he's directly in front at the Minerva Road end of Eldersley Reserve. He comes in and he has sprayed it. His first miss of the afternoon. 3-1 his personal tally. 9-11-65 now the Eagles. The Seagulls 5-7-37. And that's on the Morris Business Class Finance K-Rock second quarter scoreboard. And we've played 26 minutes on the Bowen Foods time clock. Sell the freshest fish direct to you, Donga Road, North Geelong.
Anderson a long kick in, wanting Annan, but Wilkinson at the back was able to juggle the mark in the one-on-one. And he'll quickly give a handball off. No, instead feigned a handball, but then had his kick well smothered. Chance here for Smith, I think it is. It is Bryce Smith, as he's taken the footy from the smother, but he's taken down in a tackle, and now we've got a bit of an argy-bargy. Annan involved, Kapala involved. Wilkinson, Annan not happy with Wilkinson for some reason. And we'll get a ball up just forward of Westie's wing on the broadcast side. Here, the college prep school side of Eldersley Reserve. Wilkinson won the tap down. Roving, done by Bove, going backwards, looking for somewhere to kick to, and he does. Kick on his left. It's kick, though. It's got a little bit too much on it for Byrne, but the bounce set up nicely for him. He was able to get away from Milsom. A well-weighted kick into the face of Diamond. Diamond a handball back inboard to Charlie Harris, who shares it with McMahon. McMahon a handball to Condi. Condi loops a handball to Foppiani for Newtown at left half forward from 49 metres. Had his kick partially smothered, and it will go out of bounds and be a boundary throw-in in the left forward pocket. Well, no, in fact, it's out in the full. I thought it was touched off the boot. I was trying to bail Connor Foppiani out then. Gerard took the free kick, went short to Anderson. He went short to King. King's got it inside defensive 50, played for the 50 that's never going to come. He'll go to his defensive goal square. Trupp marks on the chest. Left back pocket. He went to take off and then slipped over. Now he'll take off and send a kick that went looking for Walmsley, but he's put it straight into the waiting arms of Archie Lazaro.
So Lazaro, 50 from goal. And Maddox saying, kick it long to me. He's got 4 North Shore players on him though, so I'm not sure that's the place to put it. He did it, he went short, and in the end it didn't work out, but it comes back to Lazaro, 50 out. This time he tries to measure it. Was he out of bounds? He was when he kicked the football, so it's going to come back. Boundary umpire right on the spot there. He's going to throw the ball back in, about 48 around from the Newtown goal. We've played 28 minutes in this second term. Barn Foods second quarter time clock. Annan gets it down, got a push in the back from Fopiani. Should get a free kick and relieve the pressure for the Seagulls. And the big ruckman will for North Shore at defensive 50.
His brother Kai playing for Ocean Grove this afternoon after being granted a clearance by Geelong West. Oh, he went to go across the face of goal. That's danger because Maddox chopped it off, and a chance to kick his 4th and push this margin beyond 5 goals in the shadows of half-time. To put this into perspective, Luke Maddox had played 84 GFNL senior games coming into this afternoon and kicked 4 goals. By half-time of opening round 2024, he might have doubled his goal output. He's kicked 3, this for a 4th, and a very handy 34-point buffer. Man on the mark stands 25 from goal. Maddox kicks from 30, and he has missed. Big build-up, and he's let me down.
He has.
3 goals, 2 for Luke Maddox. The margin, 29 on the second quarter. K-Rock, Morris Business Class Finance Scoreboard. It's asset lending the way it should be. Call 1300 for Morris to upgrade to Business Class Finance.
A score involvement for Anand.
Anderson kicks in. Oh, Miljevic went up way too early for acceptances. Falls to the back. Wilkinson takes the mark. So Newtown with another late chance in this second term. Pretty congested between he and the goal. He goes and just pops it up about 50 out. He wants a mark. Well, in the end, Flynn Young, he was 4th in line. He won the raffle because it just fell into his arms, and he's taken the mark. Taylor will stand the mark. And Flynn Young will have a chance on the siren or after the siren to kick his 4th of the afternoon. This is going to take a big kick because he's going to be kicking from just outside 50 into the breeze.
Yep. And he can't come off his line.
He can't. So
Umpire will come behind him.
See what
Will he?
he's got.
No.
No, but
He was.
So he's just asking the umpire now.
Yep.
Can he swing around? So Flynn Young has kicked 3. This for the 10th for Newtown this afternoon.
Darren Winters walked off. He can't watch.
Winnie doesn't care. He's walking straight to the rooms as Flynn Young comes in. Left foot kick, and he's done pretty well distance-wise. Actually hasn't gone through. Punched away by Trupp there at the end. So half-time here at Ellerslie Reserve. It's Newtown 9-12-66. They lead North Shore 5-7-37.
2 goals, 8 Newtown and Chilwell in that second quarter of action. North Shore kicking 2 goals, 4. So both teams squandering some gettable opportunities that might have made the scoreboard a little bit different, especially for North Shore. But the margin is 29. It was 25 at quarter time. The Seagulls were able to remain competitive in that second term despite Newtown and
to maybe kick a couple more, but in saying that, Newtown kicked 2-8 and most of those were shots they missed. So they're going to have to really get themselves back into the game on the back of their defence and put more pressure on the Newtown ball carriers.
Do you try Taylor in the ruck and send Annan forward potentially, and just maybe you have to concede that you're going to lose a tap, but you know, hopefully then King and Arbin and Wormsley and guys like that might be able to get their hands on the foot, and Anderson can get their hands on the footy?
I think you've got to try something, because at the moment they don't, like we said, they don't have that marking target. So that is a good option. Whether they go with it or not is another thing, but it is an option for a target up forward, because to be honest, Wilkinson and Annan are sort of going toe-to-toe with the hit-outs anyway. Clearance-wise, Newtown are dominating, so you're not going to be losing too much by removing him from there at times in the centre bounces or around the ground bounces. Around
the grounds for Leopold Sporties earlier today. Geelong's VFLW team first win of the season, 8-6-54, defeated the Southern Saints. So St Kilda aligned 5-6-36. So 18-point victory there for the Cats, and gets them on the board in season 2024. It has been a tough start, including being held goalless last week by Box Hill in their round 2 clash at GMHBA Stadium. Players are in position as we're about to get this second half underway. Third quarter, thanks to Bowen Timber, your specialists in the supply and installation of timber and engineered flooring in the Geelong region. Of course, you can visit their showroom at 50 Fellmongers Road in Breakwater, or check out bowentimber.com.au. See Andrew and the team if you're planning to give your home a makeover. Look no further than Bowen Timber. Just waiting for the last of the crowd to make their way off the deck. If you're in the area listening through KROCfootball.live, make sure you come and visit the KROC Street team who are here this afternoon as we get underway with Jace and the third quarter between Newtown and North Shore.
Annan got it down to Salmon for North Shore. Goes towards half forward with the kick. Falls in the arms of Chadwick. He just puts it out in front of Purcell, who comes out, takes the mark. Great start for the Shoreys. That took 10 seconds. And he'll have a set shot for goal directly in front, 30 out.
It's interesting on the back of the discussion we just had about Annan and whether you're pushing forward. He was really important in that clearance there, and you can see that if you can just lower your eyes going inside forward 50, good poise there and get it inside to a marking target or a leading target, exactly like that.
Got to be left-hand goalpost.
So he's kicked 3, Harry Purcell. He told us all about it at quarter time. He kicks it. He kept it low too, which was good into the breeze. And great start for the visitors. Harry Purcell kicks his 4th of the afternoon. And they go to 6-7-43 now. North Shore, Newtown 9-12-66. That's on the Bowen Timber KROC third quarter scoreboard.
That was ball in hand. James Chadwick looks pretty composed. He lowered the eyes, hit him up nicely.
Well, they've started Salmon in the middle.
They have.
In this third quarter, Wormsley, actually, in fact, it's Arbon or King.
King, yeah.
Are in there as well. King in there against Walter. Annan winning the tap down. Here is King on cue. Handball back. Chance to go forward. Arbon, a high, long ball. Where's Purcell looking for 5? Won't get to him. Byrne back with the flight. Judge to best has taken the mark. Charlie Byrne playing game number 38. Has barely missed since joining the Eagles. Went to go to the middle, but went now to Lazaro on the near side wing, Westie's wing. Went over his head, but he knocked it to his own advantage, Lazaro. Shared it by hand. O'Dwyer ran out of room. Handball taken on the bounce. Will O'Dwyer telling the boundary umpire how to do his job.
Just a little advice.
Just said to him, he said, mate, I didn't take the ball out. Boundary umpire, stony-faced, did not flinch. Boundary throw-in, falls at the feet of Wilkinson. Here is O'Dwyer, so all's well that ends well for him. Gave it to McMahon, who gave it to Condi. Condi, a handball release, top of the 50-metre arc to Diamond. Diamond pushes a kick towards right half forward, I should say, and Young has taken the mark in front of Campbell Burns. He'll swing out onto the left, run to 45, pull the trigger on the kick and hit it perfectly. Flynn Young's got 4. We've touched on it that season 2023 wasn't one to remember for Flynn Young in his first season at Elderslie Reserve, but he's starting 2024 on the right note, and he's kicked 4 goals and his team back out by 29 points as they were at half-time on the Bowen Timber KROC scoreboard. The Towners 10-12-72, North Shore 6-7-43, Flynn Young with 4.
They worked the arc pretty well there, Newtown, until they got the right target, or a target, a marking target. And Flynn Young, it's quite obvious he plays his best footy when he's always on the move, and that's when he's at his most dangerous. And he has not stopped moving all day today inside that forward 50.
Leopold Sporties, steam-out standout sort of arrangement. Not to put any words in your mouth, Buzz or Kirsch.
Making the most of his opportunity, that's for sure.
Annan got it down. Wilkinson did the roving though. Ball spilt free. Comes back towards Arbin from King. Salmon. He got it back towards Arbin, who goes inside 50 again. Oh, gee whiz. Milsom got absolutely collected. Harry Purcell just walks in 10 metres out from goal and kicks his fifth.
Got himself a handful.
What's going on here? Harry Purcell's kicked 5 goals.
It's got to be career high, doesn't it?
Must be. Well, he'll tell us about it all. Josh Conway will get him at three-quarter time, the Buzz, and he'll walk around and say, which one of my 5 do you like the most? But he's kicked 5 of 7, 7, 49, North Shore. And Newtown 10, 12, 72 Barwon Timber. K-Rock, third-quarter scoreboard.
He's very confident in his interview.
He was.
Time he's kicked more goals than he's won games of footy, I reckon, at North Shore Seniors, but he's confident with himself.
He only had 6 kicks, kicked 5 goals.
Yeah, well, he's probably only won 4 games over 3 years.
I can assure you, Kirsch, he'll be dragging this performance out across the whole season. Don't worry about tonight. He's got a good 6 months out of it.
Game 136 for Harry Purcell. Back in the middle, Annan won the tap. Walmsley a fumble, but time to try and shovel it back to Arbonne, who also had a fumble. Bove put his head over it. Anderson the other way. Loose footy was socket forward by Condi. Gerard just jammed it on the boot for North Shore towards the Autumn Street wing. Rolling ball picked up by Diamond. Don't argue. Handball released to McMahon. McMahon tried to get it back to a teammate, but he missed. Charlie Harris and Arbonne took it and gave it to Tregenza. Tregenza's kick looking for Miljevic. It's cut off. Wilkinson. Handball release. Chance to run. Toolman, handball on the half volley. It wasn't taken by Boone. Wasn't a great handball from Toolman. He's taken in a 2-man tackle, and at the top of the 50-metre arc between that and the edge of the centre square, we'll get a ball up. 5 minutes played on the Barwon Foods third-quarter time clock. Barwon Foods sells the freshest fish direct to you. Donga Road, North Geelong.
The ball, 50 out from the North Shore goal. Pack develops. The umpire will come in and do a bit more work. Connor Walmsley gets up off the ground. Umpire picks the footy up, puts it up for Annan and Wilkinson. Annan takes it out. The ruck handball towards Anderson. Has to be good there. He got to cover Wilkinson. He gave him one high as he walked past, and Cam Wilkinson, no, free kick.
No, Anderson, I reckon, was being held on to.
Okay, so Wilkinson stands the mark as Anderson takes the free kick. Point of the centre square and down the ground, I think someone's being held on to, and I think it's Harry Purcell.
It's not.
It is. Harry Purcell.
Did anyone have the stopwatch on the reaction time between the whistle and his hand going up to take the ball?
0.05 of a second.
There is a glitch in the matrix somewhere here.
Harry Purcell.
I'm not interested in Harry Purcell kicking 6. When did somebody last kick 6 for North Shore?
Oh, that's a Jordan Lane kicked. I reckon 5 in the first round last year, maybe.
So Harry Purcell has put it straight through the middle for his 6th of the afternoon, and the 8th for North Shore. They go to 8-7-55, and they trail Newtown 10-12-72. Barwon Timber K-Rock third-quarter scoreboard.
It's a simple philosophy, isn't it? Football, just get it inside your forward 50.
Ball, give ball, kick ball.
Correct, and that's what they're doing at the moment. I mean, that was a free kick, but he's obviously, you know, being blocked or held or something on his leading pattern. So, yeah, they're still in the... They haven't laid down, have they? And they've given it a real good shot here.
I didn't have Harry Purcell kicking 6 goals and filling my goals column on my little sheet here on my bingo card. Annan grabbed it out of the ruck. Quick handball release, Walmsley. Quick handball release, King. Anderson's been good. Stepped through a couple and then sends a kick inside forward. 50, one-on-one. No mark taken there by Widdowson. Coming up and taking it cleanly was Milsom. Dumped in a tackle. And that's a sling tackle. And this is a shot at goal to pull the margin back to 11.
Wow.
They're doing this into the breeze, Buzz. Has that breeze died, or is it still significantly impacting the...
It has died, Kingy, but it's still playing its part.
So it's still going to give North Shore an opportunity if they're close enough at three-quarter time. But right now, the ball in the hands of Will Milsom has one in the second quarter, looking for a second, and this for a third consecutive goal to pull the margin to under 2 kicks. Would need to start this left-hand goal post and allow for the breeze to fade it through. Milsom from on 50 started it right, and that is unfortunately where it stays, and the margin is now 16. There, 8-8-56 North Shore, 10-12-72 Newtown and Chilwell. 8 minutes gone in this third quarter on the Barwon Foods time clock. Barwon Foods sells the freshest fish direct to you, Donga Road, North Geelong.
You feel they've got to kick those ones, don't you? Just those ones that they got half a chance, got to finish them off to stay in the contest.
So Charlie Byrne goes to the outer side. kicks it about 40. Finds Matty Lloyd. Takes the mark on the boundary line. Just holding the play up. Goes down the line towards centre wing with the kick. Maddock over the back, can't take the mark. Young sits for him nicely, wants to get back on the left. Goes short, Taylor. Oh, lefties. He came out, he couldn't pick it up. Salmon could, he got the handball up. Now Burns ripped off the football and over the boundary line. The umpire will come over and throw it back in. About 65 around from the Newtown goal on the outer side. And it is 16 points the difference, Newtown, at the 9-minute mark of this third term.
Ball back into play. Wilkinson front position, won the tap down. Miljovic's gone into the ruck. Walter trying to run under the footy. Was he being held on to? Umpire said play on. Walmsley, a little drop kick. And it's fallen into the path of Diamond, but he couldn't take it cleanly. Good hands going back Arbon. Prima. There's just a little bit of class around the footy for North Shore. Now a wide kick looking for Salmon. Wilkinson was there, knocked it away and then found the loose footy. His handball was a bit hot. Numbers around the ball. Smith over the top. Ball locked in underneath him. Umpire says give it to me at right half forward. And they lead by 16, but yes, Phil, Newtown actually need just a steadier.
They do. Absolutely they do. In this play as well, because we've got 10 minutes gone nearly. They haven't had much of a look at it up in their forward 50.
So ball up. Wilkinson tried to slap it away. Handball comes out towards Anderson. He rides the bump. His handball back. Didn't quite hit a target. It hit Mitch Diamond, who kicks it over the top with the breeze. And running back, Matt Lloyd takes the mark. He's on the boundary line, about 45 out from goal. And he's not too confident to go for goal, so he's going to put it up top of the square. Maddock is a good choice. Gerard over the back. We'll see it through, I suspect. Oh, he just kicks it through for goals. He's a bit of kicking practice. Brad Gerard puts it through for a rush behind.
Mel Michael.
Yes, 10-13-73 the Eagles. The Seagulls 8-8-56. Bowen Timber K-Rock. Third quarter scoreboard. Bowen Timber, your specialist in the supply and installation of timber and engineered flooring in the Geelong region.
Prima to bring the ball back into play. Runs into the right back pocket and then brings it broadcast side. Big ask for Miljovic. He pushed Wilkinson off the footy. No, umpire said good use of the push on the bicep. Took the mark. Now short kick. Mark taken. Milsom just back of the wing. Sends a kick to half forward. Purcell. It's going to bounce away from him and out of bounds for a boundary throw. And the breeze was always taking that ball away, which is coming out of it sort of a northeasterly, which is a weird wind this time of the year, but that's what we're copped, and we'll get a boundary throw in. Ball back into play. Miljovic winning the tap down. Bove doing the roving. Handball release. Lloyd, look away hand pass. Gave it to Condi, who kicked to centre half forward. Flynn Young going back with the flight with one hand. Couldn't take it. Prima didn't have control of the footy and was tackled. Umpire didn't see it that way. He's pulled it in. And well, if he's pulled it in, it should be holding the ball, but it's not paid that way. And at 40 metres out, we'll get a ball up directly in front. Newtown in the attack, leading by 17 on the third quarter K-Rock Bowen Timber scoreboard. Bowen Timber open till 6 p.m. weekdays and midday Saturday.
So from the ruck contest, Fiore got pushed under it and then got a hand to it though. Handball, or the dono, great tackle. Salmon put the tackle on. And too slow there, Matt Lloyd. And it's going to come back to Joseph Salmon. Tries to drill the ball to Walmsley. Defensive 50, takes the mark. He's got Anderson in the middle. Turns around, takes the mark. Wants somebody running past. Hasn't got anybody. So he's now got a kick and he goes towards the lead. That's a good mark. Smith in the end, who had to get down low and did. He handballed it away to Anderson, who followed it up. He goes inside 50. Milsom takes the mark. And is an option. And Will Milsom needs to kick this. He's kicked 1 goal 3 this afternoon. He's had a couple of set shots from about this angle. Yep. Needs to put it through this time to take the margin back to 11 points.
See if he's learned from his last couple of kicks. I'll tell you what I liked about that ball movement. They kept the ball in the corridor, and that's all they wanted, was just the ball in the corridor. They kept it there, and they get an easy look at goal.
It's been given instruction, haven't they, to keep it like that.
Yep.
Yeah. So Milsom needs to finish off the good work. He comes in. Manoeuvre right end of the ground. Right foot kick is much better this time. He learnt from the last one and put it straight through the middle. So his second of the afternoon and the 9th for North Shore. They go to 9-8-62 and they close the gap. Newtown 10-13-73. Bowen Timber, K-Rock third quarter scoreboard and the experts chair thanks to the Sporting Globe. Eat, drink, sport. Ryrie Street, Geelong. Here is Matt Kershaw.
What we're seeing is, because there is a bit of class and a bit of polish around the ball with Arbon and King, it brings Salmon and Anderson into the game on the outside. Like they go to work, they get the ball to the outside, and that's why Anderson and Salmon are getting so much ball now on the outside and controlling the game. So, yeah, they just look a different unit when they're all in there together.
4 of the 5 goals in this third term, I should say, for Bowen Timber belonging to North Shore, but it's going to be Newtown clearing through Lloyd, a high kick. McMahon, haven't caught a lot of him this afternoon. 1-on-1 with Hayes at right half forward. Hayes knocked it away, cleaned up by Lazaro. Handball at close quarters to Dunn, who gave it back to Lazaro. 70 from goal, kicks it to a 1-on-1. Primer, or rather Trupp, playing from behind on Young. Young went to turn, got to his feet after going to ground, and showed a bit of class. Much needed major there. Although claims maybe it was touched, but instead Flynn Young says, I'll kick the goal, thanks very much, I've got 5. And Eddie Trupp is sore for St John of God. He is down, and a lot of hands going up. Actually, I thought the hands were going up for touched off the boot, but they're going up to get some medical assistance to Eddie Trupp.
Yeah, just went over on his ankle, Kingy, in that marking contest for Flynn Young. Snapped on goal, just hobbling off towards me now. At least he's able to put some weight on his, I think it's his left side.
He's got the moon tan going. He's got that London skin, hasn't he?
He's an odd-looking unit.
5 goals for Flynn Young after only the 18 last year. He's kicked 5 this afternoon.
He looks like he's a bass guitarist in a band.
He does.
Eddie Trupp.
Yep. Eddie Trupp.
Trupp. Movie character.
Back in the middle. Settler for Newtown. In the middle, Lloyd been pushed in there now. Threw it back towards Maddock, who's also been pushed in the ruck. He's over the top of Annan, and he's not going anywhere. Condi coming in to help out as well. So, we'll have another ball up just left of the centre circle. So, Maddock and Anand. Maddock gets it down in the middle. McDonald can't take it with him because he held on to. I think so. The umpire's going to give him a free kick against Marley King. So it's going to come back to the former Ocean Grove skipper. He gives it away by a hand to O'Dwyer, runs past inside 50 with the kick coming out. Young picked it up beautifully, gets around a couple, dangerous on the left foot, 40 from goal, and kicks the goal. Flynn Young, beautiful play, got around a couple, dodged, weaved, got on the left, turned it around and kicked his 6th. And 2 really important goals for Newtown. They stretch the lead again, 12-13-85. They lead North Shore 9-8-62. Bowen Timber K-Rock, third quarter scoreboard.
I'll tell you what I like about Flynn Young's game. Well, he didn't quite get to that mark, but as soon as that ball hit the ground, he was up like a jack in the box. Ball back in hand, gives himself an opportunity. His reaction time is something else at the minute.
What odds would you have got that Harry Purcell and Flynn Young were both going to kick 6 goals this afternoon?
Before three-quarter time.
Back in the middle, Lloyd dragged down by Salmon, and holding the man is the decision. North Shore fans not enamoured with that, and that'll be a 50-metre penalty against Salmon too, I reckon. He knocked it from the grasp of Lloyd, and that's just going to further relieve the pressure. And all of a sudden, what was 11 points might very quickly become 29 again, as it was when Flynn Young goaled at the 2-minute mark. Man on the mark will stand 40 from goal, and that'll just frustrate Darren Winter. They've done so much hard work to get back to within 11 points.
Winter's just picked up in time for this set shot as well, Kingy.
There's a short 50.
Matty Lloyd will kick from around 45, directly in front. Barely had to hit the ball, but he's pushed it to the right and through for a minor score, and the margin is 24 on the K-Rock third quarter Bowen Timber scoreboard. 12-13-85 becomes 12-14-86. North Shore at 9-8-62 as we approach 17 minutes played on the Bowen Foods time clock. Bowen Foods sells the freshest fish direct to you. Donga Road, North Geelong. I could go some oysters right now, freshly shucked. Yum.
So Anderson kicks it in short to King. Takes the mark in front of Dunn. He goes short to Taylor, who takes the mark in front of Fiore. So still in between the back pocket and half back. He goes along the line. Salmon goes up. Miljevic past him as well. Milsom to run onto it. Who tried to handball it back. In fact, it was Chadwick tried to handball it back to Arbin. Couldn't find him. And off hands he and Will O'Dwyer see it over the line. So we're going to have a boundary throw in at left half forward for Newtown. They lead 12-14, 86, North Shore 9-8, 62, Barwon Timber, K-Rock, third quarter scoreboard.
Miljevic's gone into the ruck for Wombat Gully Plant Farm. Annan's gone forward. Wilkinson, the much taller, winning the tap. Trying to get down to O'Dwyer. That didn't work. Handball, Chadwick missed its target. Stolen by Lazaro. 65 from goal for Newtown. Kicks inside 50. Primer, who is playing a defensive role. He made his name at South Barwon in the twos as a forward. He kicked a lot of goals, but has been put into a defensive role. He plays on. He went to kick to Salmon. Now he's going to go to Gerard. Big ass got to fly over Wilkinson. Created a contest in a spillage, but O'Dwyer at the front just got away from Salmon. Handball that was taken off the bootlaces of Lazaro. Went back for Lloyd, but he slipped over. Lazaro came again through traffic. Freed the arms, lowered the eyes, and then a kick. Bove on the half volley. Took it. Bounced to his feet. Handball O'Dwyer. Chopped off by Primer. O'Dwyer then socked the loose footy off the ground into the pocket, and that might be out in the full. No. Out of bounds as it might have come off the boot of Anderson. Left forward pocket. Western end of the ground, and a boundary throw. Newtown in attack. They lead by 24. They're not having it all their own way this afternoon against the Shoreys, who have been really, really plucky.
So boundary throw in. Miljevic going to be up against Foppiani in the ruck contest. Let's get it to the front. Miljevic does some roving work. He's wrapped up by Foppiani. It's just a one-on-one here. It's out in the backyard, the two of them. And it's going to be a ball up about 35 out from the Newtown goal. 19 played in this third term on Food's time clock. Foppiani gave one away to Miljevic. Connor's not too sure.
That's a raffle ruck contest.
Yeah, where they both were pretty much doing the same thing there, but Miljevic has got the resultant free kick. So inside defensive 50. Oh, that's a great kick to Anderson. He goes up, but getting back there was Bove. Did well. Ball, though, spilt free. Arbin handball towards Chadwick through the middle. Picked it up and then got wrapped up. Ball had to spill free. It did. And might be a good outcome if they can get it, North Shore get it in the contest. They do they? Can they pick it up? They can. They get it away. Arbin again off a step. Goes towards a vacant half forward flank. Smith gets it there first. Shows some speed. Races away. Left foot kick high. Inside 50. It's a 2-on-2. Tregenza couldn't take the mark. He got the second effort. Got it to Purcell. Harry ducked his head. Got it away to Smith off a step. Short little kick to Annan. Handball back to Wormsley. He gets a short little kick away. Pocock only as far as Gerard. Outside 50 now. He handballs it on the up to Miljevic. Had to sit and wait. Going to be wrapped up by Pocock, and they spill it towards Wilkinson, who takes it away for Newtown.
Well, the big man released to Foppiani, who gave it to Lazaro. Went to draw a man. Got tackled by Primer, but not before a handball away. O'Dwyer wants to sit up for him. Miljevic will keep him honest. Other way, Salah put a body on him, but the ball kept rolling towards McMahon. Miljevic and Salah. Sounds like my law firm. And we'll get a ball up about 48 metres out from the Newtown goal. So the spate of goals has just dried up for the moment, but the footy's still entertaining. Foppiani out of the ruck, just tried to palm it into the path of McMahon, the veteran, in game 245. Make that 246 this afternoon, closing in on 250. The three-time Matheson medalist. And we'll get a boundary throw in as the ball went out of bounds. About 35, make it 40 around from the Newtown goal mouth. They lead by 24. Foppiani doing the ruck work, double palm down to the front. Wormsley the roving, a little kick 1 metre for North Shore to Gerard, who then tried to get a handball back to Wormsley through traffic. Hayes, also Miljevic. Wormsley soccer off the ground, went through the hands of a teammate in Widdowson, had to lay a tackle as the handball came out from Toolman. It's now with Byrne on his on his left. Then the bootlaces of Foppiani was able to control the footy. O'Dwyer though dropped what he wanted, the footy when he wanted it, and it was picked up by Tregenza. Got a neat little kick over the top, and Anandu isn't moving overly freely, Buzz. Just keep an eye on him. I reckon that's maybe why he's gone forward for the moment.
He goes inside with a kick, Chadwick. He needs somebody, further afield. That's a dangerous kick in the middle and goes back towards Primer at half back. Kick off the ground. Now he wants to go down the middle again, and he does. And he finds Chadwick again. This time he takes his time with the kick in the middle of Elderslie now. And Purcell gives him a lead. And they go wide. He's going to lateral. And he's not sure about that. Kirsch says it. Burns goes out wide and looks for Arbin, who's got a bit of time now and space. Right foot kick, the lead on. That's better. Widdowson takes the mark, 50 from goal.
Where's Purcell is the question. He's kicked 6. He's got to be your man, doesn't he? Goes inside 50. King dropped what he should have taken, slips catch style. Gerard was there trying to help him out. Ball's under the pack. Diamond flicked a handball out. They'll get out of trouble. McDonald, Condi, just back to a voice. And now the clearing kick comes to half-back Toolman. To Byrne, or rather Lloyd. Chance to run, bounce, feigned a handball, and then eventually did to Foppiani. He can go back to Lloyd, although he found O'Dwyer just as Taylor was about to shut him down. Kick inside 50. Diamond slips catch. Good take, Hamlin hanger style. Hamlin distinctively local. And Mitchy Diamond, who is a dab hand on a jet ski, I understand, doing some of his best work off Clifton Springs over the summer with his future father-in-law.
How does that help him with his footy, Kirsch? I don't know. How does that work? I don't know.
I know the in-laws will be listening.
Just a bit of downtime.
Bit of downtime. Okay, fair enough.
The off-season.
Shot at goal coming, 45 metres out, directly in front. Diamond sends it on its way. That's a nice finish. He's got his second of the afternoon, Mitch Diamond. He actually kicked the first of the contest. And the margin is out to, it's actually a game-high 30 points. 13-14-92, North Shore 9-8-62. So after it got to 11 points at the 12-minute mark, couple of goals to Fling Young, couple of classy finishes. Has been topped off by a Mitch Diamond goal at the 23-minute mark of this third quarter. Third term thanks to Bowen Timber, your specialists in the supply and installation of timber and engineered flooring in the Geelong region.
The last 3 forward entries for North Shore, it's just rebounded a little bit too easy. They haven't been able to lock it in there, or at least get a shot on goal, or at least a mark inside forward 50, and it's just rebounded with ease. You see someone like Lloyd who's got all day, it's happened to him several times that he's out on his own on the outside.
Wilkinson gets it down in the middle. Salmon over the top, and the umpire will come in. Secondary bounce. Nobody can break free. McDonald on the deck. In fact, it was Lazaro. Gets up and gives it back to the umpire. Now Anand. Wilkinson gets it down again. McMahon. Hold, said the umpire. And against Marley King. So Matt McMahon's going to take the free kick. Back end of the centre circle, goes towards half forward. Beautiful kick to Fiore. Took the mark in front of Primer. Wants to play on quickly and get it around. Drive it inside 50 for Maddock. He comes out. He takes the mark. Great space in front of him. Not much the basis can do there, Eddie Trupp. And it's going to be Luke Maddock, who's kicked 3 goals too this afternoon. Yeah. Chance for his 4th.
Some London underground grunge band he's come from.
That's it.
While playing for the London Swans.
The Eddie Trupp Band.
Yes.
Let's just call it the Eddie Trupp Band.
Trupp and the Truppettes.
Brio 44 lead Werribee Central's 42 at half-time at Shell Reserve.
Not what it used to be called. I saw that little tart-to-tart on Facebook. Maddock comes in, 4 goals. He's missed it. Drag him. 3-3, his personal tally, Luke Maddock. 13-15-93 now. Newtown, they lead North Shore 9-8-62. Bowen Timber, K-Rock, third quarter scoreboard.
Are there any single goal kickers? I feel like everyone's got multiples.
Yeah, Willow Dwyer's kicked one.
Willow Dwyer, that's about it.
Joe Salmon's kicked 1.
Anderson's kick in, and there is the aforementioned Joe Salmon, who just marks inside the field to play at right half back, finds himself actually going under the fence, and he's just hurt himself there. As Joe Salmon, not sure, I hope it's just only cramp. He'll quickly kick backwards and get it back to Primer. But he's going to find him actually buzzing. He's coming towards you. I think he's just hurt a right ankle or similar. As he keep an eye on him, whether he comes to the bench or not. Primer at right half back, past our best seats in the house for APCO service stations. Miljevic couldn't complete the mark. Front of the pack, Lazaro gives a handball back to Wilkinson for Newtown. Kick now towards centre half forward. Anderson best position, double fister, but he knocked it back into the forward 50 of Newtown. Condi shared it. Quick snap on goal. McDonald first, as a Towner has missed to the right, the former Ocean Grove skipper, and the margin is 32. Third quarter, K-Rock Bowen Timber scoreboard. The Towners 13-16-94, I should say, 9-8-62 North Shore, who have just been stagnant on that score since Will Milsom goal at the 12-minute mark. They've gone 14 minutes without a score.
Salmon just favouring that left calf again, Kingy.
So Hayes plays on from full-back, kicks it into the breeze. Lazaro, good mark. Did well. Mark's better than his old man, I can tell you. And gives it back to Harris. There's the drive-by for Vinny.
He's taller.
Harris, much taller.
Starters,
but hard. Walter goes towards Young. Pushes Taylor past the football. I don't think Kirsch is too happy with somebody out there. I think I know who it is. Ball comes back to McMahon. 35 out. There's a goal. He's done that a few times in his career, Matty McMahon. And kicks his first of the afternoon. And the Towners go to 14-16-100. They lead North Shore 9-8-62. Bowen Timber, K-Rock. Third quarter scoreboard.
It was a great effort by number 10 there, Andrew Taylor. I'm not sure if he's a defender or not, but...
well, he's come to the club as a ruck.
And he's playing key back.
Well, he's had to, with obviously needs somewhere to play, because he's come to the club, but he finds himself on a day where Kobe Annan's available. And
yeah, fair enough, but... yeah, he's going to have to give a little bit better effort than that last one, he's now got the job on Matic because Eddie Trupp and the Truppettes has got himself off Flynn Young. He was very nervous. He didn't want Matic, and then he ended up on Flynn Young. He said, I don't want him either.
Here they go again, Newtown.
And he gets Fiore.
Mann does the roving of the ruck work of Wilkinson, sends it towards Fiore. Fiore's kick knocked away by Burns. It was well played, but he was brought to ground after taking possession by Young, and that ball's not coming out. We'll get a ball up about 40 out from the Newtown goal. Just around the grounds for Leopold Sporties, three-quarter time in the Adelaide Hills. Sydney 70 lead West Coast 55, so they may have seen off the Eagles challenge. A little bit different to their meeting last year where I think the Swans might have topped the double 100. Annan won the tap down. Salah, handball release Gerard. Gerard gives it off. King at right half back. A high ball for North Shore to the wing. It'll become a foot race. Will Milsom coming one way, but plenty of Newtown jumpers. Toolman, one of those. Kick around the corner. Bouncing ball deflects off the shins of Hayes onto the van, and there'll be a free kick that Dunn will take for the Eagles. Who's got it at left half forward. Nobody stands a mark, and he plays on.
Goes 50 out from goal, drills it towards the top of the square. Young's there, he's got a couple against him. Matic comes out, he gets around one, handball, off a step. Condi, goal, no, yes. Umpire says, oh yes, I'm running back to the middle, that's a goal. Mick Condi has kicked his first of the afternoon, and it will be the 15th for Newtown. 15-16, 106. They lead North Shore 9-8-62. Bowen Timber, K-Rock third quarter scoreboard. Bowen Timber, your specialist in the supply and installation of timber and engineered flooring in the Geelong region.
He's on the list, Taylor, right? So he lets Matic off the chain there and gives him 10 metres. Matic attacks the ball, gives a handball. Received to kick the goal, but Mr. Taylor was still standing there. So I think we might get him out of full-back and give him a bit of a run in the ruck and leave Annan forward.
Well, they put Miljevic in the ruck.
Yeah, they have, but he's been going all right around the ball himself.
So the margin was 11. It's now 44.
Yep.
5 consecutive goals has maybe put this game to bed. Miljevic went early. Wilkinson went late, and his late was good enough to win the tap to Lloyd, although he was too slow in the middle. That should be a free kick for Arbon for holding the ball. It will be. No advantage, although there was some there. Anderson, or rather Salmon, was about to burst away, and it will come back to Nathan Arbon. He goes towards the wing and finds Hayes. Hayes sends his kick very, very wide, down very low, couldn't control the footy, but eventually did take it. It was Bailey Lewis, but he ran out of room and got a boundary throw in. And that's just the occasional skill error, just letting them down when they've got free footy. They just got to hit the target there.
Yeah, it's almost like they need their top 5 players to have ball in hand nearly all the time in each chain.
So, ruck contest, Wilkinson takes it out of the ruck. Kick was smothered, punched it on though, gained 20 metres. And in front, Young, handball to Lloyd, who's been influential since going in the middle, and he gets it back a 1-2. 55 from goal, drills it towards Fiore, who takes the mark in front of Eddie Trupp, who is hopefully hasn't got a gig tonight because he's going to be sore. He's still standing there. He might be at Beeves later on. He's going to stand.
Just him and his bass guitar.
He's umpire Nacho's nearly had to help him up there. He's a bit sore.
Open mic night.
Nacho said, I'll take the mark. You just have a rest for
Liam Fiore, who hasn't kicked a goal yet this afternoon. 45 out, slide angle. Bruce has dropped, and he needs to go to the back line, I think, Liam Fiore, if he's going to do that sort of stuff. He's missed that as well. He's second behind of the afternoon. 15-17, 107 Newtown, North Shore 9-8-62. Bowen Timber, K-Rock, third quarter scoreboard.
Gerard's quick kick in marked. Marks the kick, quick kicking, I should say, from Primer. Now he wants centre half back and Arbon. He was able to take a good overhead mark and then send a kick wide, and Salmon is out in space, although wants to cut back inboard, got through the would-be tackle of Byrne and then concedes back to behind the centre circles. A kick that's marked by Walmsley. He gives a handball to Salah. Salah with some momentum, not a great kick. The bootlaces of Chadwick. He was pushed off a little bit too easily by Toolman. Toolman picked up the loose footy. Lazaro done. Now a run coming. McDonald, a handball over the top after a bounce to Lloyd. Lloyd shares it back to McDonald. Rather Walter kick inside 50. Fiore, great build-up. Gee, looks big, does Zach Walter. Fiore turns and kicks quickly. Running back towards goal is O'Dwyer. He'll stroll in and just get it on the boot and kick another one as they have put this contest to bed. The margin is now 51, 16-17, 113. North Shore 9-8-62, and the first gamer from the Noosa Tigers, Will O'Dwyer, has kicked his second for the Towners. Third quarter, Bowen Timber time scoreboard, your specialists in the supply and installation of timber and engineered flooring in the Geelong region. That's Bowen Timber. Check them out at 50 Fellmongers Road, Breakwater, or bowentimber.com.au.
It's a little twofold since the 12-minute mark when they were only 11 points down that Newtown's got their ball movement game going and North Shore have dropped right off the pressure on the ball carrier, particularly in transition. They've just got no defensive transition at all at the moment.
Back to the middle. Wilkinson gets it down. Lloyd, handball. Walter wrapped up by North Shore there through Salmon, but they get it forward again, the Towners, and they keep going inside 50 towards Young. Foppiani runs past it. Here's the bassist, Eddie Trupp. Oh, and he gets one high as well. He's in all sorts, Eddie Trupp. He's got leg injuries. He's nearly been decapitated. He's in the back pocket. He's going to be a favourite for us.
Get a couple of ice bags ready.
He's going to need saline, something. He comes out and gives the kick towards defensive 50, Wormsley. And he breaks through and gets the handball over the top to Hayes. His handball back the 1-2 from Lewis. Hayes who needs to get around. He does so. There's the siren sounds for three-quarter time. And Nachos might have to help Eddie off the ground, I think. It's three-quarter time, Newtown 15-17, 107. They lead North Shore 9-8-62.
I reckon they've been robbed a goal. I reckon the last goal wasn't put up, so I think it should be 16-17, 113 to 9-8-62. So the margin is 51. It was 11 points at the 12.
So it was certainly a great quarter by him and Flynn Young to finish off some great goals. But it was just the sheer amount of inside 50s that quarter that into a forward line, I guess, that's functioning well. They're dynamic. They're always on the move, and it's really hard to defend. And the most important thing is that when the ball goes inside forward 50 for Newtown, they're actually hitting the scoreboard. Realistically, they should be another 6 or 7 goals up because they've actually missed a lot of set shots today, and you know they really should be almost 10, 12 goals up. So this quarter, they're going to have to work a little bit harder into the breeze, but the way they're going, they should really put their foot down now, and I expect them to win by that 88-point margin that I suspected at the start.
Let's go down to Josh Conway. He's got Ned Harris standing near him. You're going to have a quick chat with Ned and get a couple of words off him?
Yeah, just quickly, Ned. Reason you're not out there today?
Just had a bit of a sore ankle, but should be fine for next week.
Yeah, you sure?
Yeah, absolutely.
Didn't sound too convincing. What are your thoughts on the game so far? What was Macca's message there at three-quarter time, if you could hear it?
It was probably more of what we saw in the second half of that third quarter. They were really good in the start of the third quarter, we thought, and moved the ball really well and scored off the back of it. So we sort of want to get the ball going our way a little bit more and back on our terms if we can.
Good man. Thanks for your time.
Ned Harris there. Thank you, Buzz. And just seeing Jared Young making his way towards us based on how Inverleigh are actually struggling to put Belmont Lions away. Inverleigh could do with Jared Young probably in their lineup this afternoon based on the score out of winter reserve, and he's still got his Inverleigh shorts on, has the Werribee assistant coach. He's waiting for a text message back. I'm waiting for you to text message me. Oh, okay. I better go and check my text messages. I just have my own private conversation with Jared Young.
How's the private conversation going?
Well, I can have my own private conversation if I like. Final quarter, thanks to Boss Burger. Locations in and around Geelong. Check them out at bossburgerco.com.au. We'll tell you about a special offer from Boss Burger Co. as well. But we've got a final term to get through. Here's Jason Doherty.
Wilkinson gets it down for Newtown in the middle, but it goes to his opposite number, Anand, in the end, but chopped off by Bove, who takes the mark to the point of the centre square at half-back. He chips the ball to Wilco. The big fella comes out at centre wing, takes the mark. So he drives it further out towards centre wing to Foppiani, gives it away to Byrne on that familiar left. Great inside kick. 50 to Fiore, takes it right on the paint of 50, goes inside with the kick, falls to Matic, handball to Condi, left foot kick from the... Oh, that's amazing. Nick Condi has run towards the boundary line and has turned it around his body and kicked the goal, his second of the afternoon, and a great start for the home side in this final term. They go to 17-17, 119 Newtown, and they lead North Shore 9-8-62. Boss Burger, K-Rock final quarter scoreboard.
Still down on the ground, is he?
No, that's Flynn Young, I think.
He must have a bit of cramp, I think.
Yeah. Well, no wonder he's kicked
six. No one's going to him.
No, they don't care about him. He's up now. It was his right foot, his right leg, so he's a bit proppy there, but he'll recover from that. Condi,
that ball
second. That was great.
They're still looking for the anti-venom for the leather poisoning that Flynn Young's got.
I don't know if they'll find it. He's not finished yet either.
Back in the middle, Wilkinson and Annan nullify each other. Underneath that pack, there's an eagle wrapped up in a tackle. Who is that? Might be Mitchy Diamond. It is. And we'll get a ball up. A secondary stoppage. Wilkinson and Anand again. Anand winning the tap this time. Wormsley, great tackle. Diamond got a little handball away. Wormsley flicked out towards Gerard. Came from Arbon, who gave it to Hayes. Hayes kicks to right half back and finds the newcomer in Bailey Lewis from Geelong West. Can't miss him in the headband and the white boots. Lewis dinks a little kick to Marley King, who we haven't caught as much of in the second half, but he has done enough to impress us this afternoon. The playing assistant coach plays on, went to go backwards, and now we'll bring it a high ball to half forward, and that's all too easy as Byrne stands underneath it. Marks goes on his left to McMahon, who marks just inside the centre square, turns and kicks towards Westie's wing. Looking out here for Tallman, who over the top couldn't complete the mark. A couple of North Shore players there conspire to bring it to ground, and now we'll get a stoppage, although the ball did spill out. Hayes, Primer, Purcell well up the ground, looked to turn Reed inside out, went to go one way, then had to come the other, back inboard with a kick that just had too much on it for Widdowson. Thankfully, Annan there with a handball. Chance now to clear. Arbin gave a handball to Widdowson. That's a dangerous kick to centre half back. Good take on the half volley by King, and then King, that was lackadaisical around the corner to Trupp, but they're away.
Oh, here he is, the bassist. Eddie Trupp goes towards half forward. Miljevic in front. Can't take the mark off hands. Side of the pack, and they go Newtown. They've got the numbers on the outside as well if they can get the handball away. Wilkinson gets it. Goes with a right foot kick. Holds up in the breeze. Wormsley. Left it for Annan. Annan left it for Wormsley. Then he dropped the football on the tackle. Bove will take the resultant free kick advantage. He goes inside 50 with the kick. Young. And they're going to put this football on a stand for him at the end of the day, I think. He's kicked 6. This was for 7.
Well, yeah, he's got to kick it.
He's, well, you would be trying everything to get up and try and kick it. He's kicked 6.
Well, Jared Young's here, as we just touched on, and he's a Werribee assistant coach, so he'll be going back with some fairly good feedback for Jimmy Allen on the performance this afternoon.
Yes, Matty Dowling's the forward coach too. He's here as well. I saw him before. So
if Jay Dullhouse comes off the boil or somebody like that inside the Werribee forward 50 as a small forward, Flynn Young can...
Miraculous recovery from cramp too. Flynn Young, 40 out from goal, left foot kick, and has kicked it. He's kicked 7. And
cramped up again.
And he's cramped up, but that doesn't matter because he's kicked 7 and hope he knows his way to Leopold. 18-17, 125. He has put Newtown well and truly in front of North Shore. 9-8-62. Busburger, K-Rock, final quarter scoreboard.
I think the umpire might have said to him, well, someone else is going to have to take your kick because he had a miraculous recovery then for about 25 seconds and he slotted that. But I'll tell you what, that ball didn't deviate and it's windy out there and that just went straight through the high diddly.
7 for Flynn Young, and I'm backing in that is a career high comfortably for him, playing just his 32nd GFNL senior game. Wilkinson back in the middle winning the tap team. Might do his own roving as well, although Miljevic got onto the loose footy, volleyed it forward over the head of Purcell, rolled through Taylor. Ball will roll towards Salmon, through one, through another. Kick low smothered. Well done by Toolman, who then came onto the loose footy, put his head over it. Chadwick over him, brought him down. Trying to fight his way through was Arbon. Ball's about 45 from goal. Chadwick laying an interesting tackle. It's something you'd see in the octagon on Mitch Diamond. And we'll get a ball up.
We've got Taylor out of the back line. They must be listening over on the bench to K-Rocks.
Very good. Well done. Ball up. Punch down. Now Diamond through traffic way too easily. Right foot kick towards the middle of the ground. Maddock hits the cricket pitch area. Coming back, Hayes for North Shore. Handball over the top. Newtown with the numbers, they burn. Tracks it, gives it away by hand to Condi on the outside. They run free. McDonald, he's kicked towards Foppiana out to sit and wait. Salah came across and punched it over the boundary line. We'll have a throw in.
Sorry,
His name
JC,
much at all.
you wouldn't believe it, lads. Eddie, the bass guitarist, is coming off again.
Oh, here he
Just
is. Look at
collected
him.
in the middle of the ground.
He is too. Look at him.
That's stuck, hasn't it?
Yeah,
he's
the bass guitarist.
Well, hopefully we've seen North Shore a couple of times this year. Tapped down by Miljevic, roving by Bove, who's been good. Just managed to get a handball away at the last moment, but King was there to get in the way. He had his handball deflected by Walter. Chadwick, Taylor, just a dinky little kick over the top, trying to put it into the path of Anderson. Rolling ball, chance for Milsom, handball, Purcell, turning, kick, and Anand is standing 15 metres out all alone at the top of the goal square. He'll stroll in and he'll kick one for the Shoreys and pull the margin back to 57. Well, they worked that out well in the end, and Kobe Anand never got sucked up to the play, and as a result finds himself kicking his first of the afternoon and the 10th for the Seagulls. 10-8-68 North Shore, 18-17-125 Newtown and Chilwell. 6 minutes played in this final term on the time clock, thanks to Bowen Foods, selling the freshest fish direct to you. Donga Road, North Geelong.
Yeah, they'll be a bit dirty on themselves, the Newtown defenders end, because 2 of them overran it. I think Kane Reid overran one, and I'm not sure who the other one was, but they had an opportunity to keep the ball in front of them, and they overran it, and they got the ball out the back.
Round the grounds, thanks to Leopold Sporties. Port Arlington 52, lead Ocean Grove 37.
Oh wow.
Nearly three-quarter time down there. And so back here at Ellerslie Reserve, ball spills free, goes towards Newtown's forward line. Coming across O'Dwyer, kicked it off the ground across to forward 50. And North Shore just happy to see it over the boundary line. Salah does well to get it out, and it will be a throw-in 50 around from the Newtown goal.
And big story at Grinter Reserve too, Kirsch.
Yeah, Newcomb 55, Torquay 52. Jeez. They've kicked 7-10, Torquay to 8-7.
So just to put it into context, Ocean Grove have won 58 consecutive games against Port Arlington.
Wow.
Going back to 1994. So it's basically 2 a year every year, including the 94 grand final. Newtown have gone inside forward 50. Fiore's marked. Was lace out that hit him. And a chance to have a shot at goal on the 19th of the afternoon.
He has the best technique for kicking I've seen, I reckon, Liam Fiore. He is a magnificent kick.
Man on the mark. Stands about 45 from goal. Fiore will kick from around 50. It's very efficient, the goal-kicking technique, but he just pushed that one to the right and through for a minor score. Margin is 58.
Didn't say it was straight. He has a nice technique.
He might need to trip to Lara, I think, to have a couple of set shots with you, Kirsch, I think.
Need to.
18-18, 126 plays 10-8-68. 8 minutes 20 played in this final term. Thanks to Boss Burger, locations in and around Geelong. Check them out at bossburgerco.com.au.
Primer kicks it in, punched down by Taylor, goes towards centre wing. Now quick kick from Milsom towards Annan. Good diving mark. Umpire says no, but great play. Gets it on towards Anderson. He gets it to Salmon. He can get it over the top to Tregenza. He needs to because he was there by himself. Oh, he dropped the football, and the umpire said play it. Oh, whoops. Oh, whoopsie.
Oh, dear.
Oh, no. Tregenza was kicking the goal before he had the ball. And he dropped the mark. And it will be a boundary throw in next to the behind post in the left forward pocket for the Seagulls.
Yeah.
Oh, dear.
Moment he would like back Brad Tregenza. Ruck contest, Wilkins from front position, Annan from behind, bursting through the pack. Anderson got away from Kapala. Kicklow was well smothered by a diving Kapala. Harris picks up the footy. That's Charlie. No Ned this afternoon. Dragged down to ground, ball up, 40 out from goal. One more goal that will give North Shore their highest score against Newtown since they last beat them back in 2017. So they've been more than competitive. Wilkinson winning the tap down. Rolling ball, attacked by Bove. Plenty of time to give it back to Walter by hand. Walter held back the handball and then gave it to Lazaro, who gave it quickly back to Walter. Not much room to work with next to the boundary line. Got it to Bove. Bove trying to knock it to his own advantage. He ran out of room with the assistance of Kavanagh. And we'll get a boundary throw in. Right forward pocket in front of the scoreboard. But thanks to Boss Burger Co. Shows Newtown 126, North Shore 68 as we approach 10 minutes played in this final term.
Boundary throw in. Annan from behind Wilkinson. Got it down to the front. McDonald, in fact, it was Walter. They got it out towards Condi. Oh, Burns gets a kick around the corner for North Shore into the pocket. Milsom punched away by Riley Orr. And good defensive play from him. And it's going to be a boundary throw in the right forward pocket for the Seagulls. Cement end of the ground here at Elderslie Reserve. Farnsford end now. Farnsford.
Belmont Lions 52 lead, Inverleigh 54 at three-quarter time. That would be some sort of upset.
So from the middle, McMahon gets it towards Maddock, who gives it back to McMahon, runs through half-back, wants the handball to Maddock, or just under pressure, got it away to Lazaro. He runs through centre wing, gives a handball towards Bove, nearly fell over, and there was so much pace going. He gets it inside 50. On the turnover, though, Smith looking for somebody to run past. It's Hayes, and they're out of trouble now, North Shore.
Keep an eye to see whether Flynn Young's been yanked from the contest or not with that cramp after kicking 7. We'll have a chat to Buzz in a moment. Buzz, where's Flynn Young at the moment?
He's just standing right in front of me, Kingy, ready to come back on.
Okay, thank you for that. He's kicked 7 this afternoon. He's at Leopold Sporties must be coming his way, and Steamatic standout, but I'll leave that in the hands of both Kirsch and Buzz. Boundary throwing just forward to the wing out of side. Miljevic worked Wilkinson under the footy. Wilkinson got his hand on it, but won the tap straight to Miljevic, who kicks high and long and not very handsome into the North Shore forward line. It rolls out of bounds for a stoppage. Boundary throw in right forward pocket.
Leopold Sporties around the ground. Port Arlington 58 lead Ocean Grove 38.
Demons haven't started 2-0 since 2010.
Torquay 58 lead Newcombe 55.
They got one.
Thrillers all over the place on this big day of footy across the region. Opening day of the GDFNL season, opening round clash here in the GFNL. The result now beyond doubt, but still fighting hard the Shoreys. Tregenza. Oh, Milsom, did he get one high there? No, wasn't seen that way. Taylor tried to flick a handball out. This happening at the top of the goal square for the Towners. For the Shories, I should say. Handball, Charlie Harris, McMahon, Condi in traffic to Walter. Walter on his non-preferred left. It's an awkward-looking kick towards half-back. Matic was there, tried to knock it away. And they've kept it alive, North Shore. It's going to end up with Walmsley. Walmsley 60 from goal short. Wanted Miljevic. Ball didn't get to him the way he intended it to, although Miljevic did well to knock it to Gerard. Gerard a handball back, heard a voice. Walmsley playing game 50 this afternoon. Sends a kick inside forward 50. And his target. And there's going to be a free kick for a push. Going which way? It's going to go to Kobe Anand, who just proving a handful inside forward 50 at times. And he'll have a chance to kick his second, pull the margin back to 52 points, which some good judges had as the predicted margin.
Oh, gee whiz.
For the game.
Oh, it's been a bit of me time today, isn't it? Hey? Bit of me time.
Don't you blokes start.
Oh.
I wasn't thinking that when the margin was 11 points early in the third quarter. Anand, 35 metres out, has kicked a goal. Nice finish from Kobe Anand. So a performance that also Jared Young, the Werribee assistant coach watching on this afternoon, will be able to report back as being more than solid from the Ocean Grove product, as he looks to fight his way back into a Werribee side going okay to start season 2024. Of course, with him in the ruck last year, playing in a grand final, it was a massive step up after he spent 2022 with the Seagulls, playing 17 games that year, coming in from Ocean Grove. 11-8-74 North Shore, 18-126 a Newtown and Chilwell. Bossburger scoreboard, locations in and around Geelong. Check them out at bossburgerco.com.au. Kobe Annan's got 2.
I liked that the North Shore kept that ball alive and they battled well to keep that in their forward 50. A couple of tackling efforts and repeat entries.
Miljevic in the middle gets it down for North Shore. Matic, though, his opposite number. He got rid of the handball. Only as far as Arbin. Gives it away to Walmsley. Off the back, Widdowson. He goes with a kick towards centre half forward. Tregenza got a hand to it. Falls to the side. Good tackle by Tregenza. Ball spills free. And, somebody, who was that? McDonald, I think, went high. And Purcell made sure the uppie saw it too and got it. He got the free kick. Goes to Walmsley and go to Gerard. Probably should have, because it got smothered by Walter, who did well. So the turnover for Newtown go wide towards centre wing. Oh, it doesn't sit well for Young. And it is out of bounds on centre wing. And Smith getting across there for North Shore to see it over the line.
Need some pickle juice.
Yes, lots of it at this stage. Yes.
Can't get out of his own way. He's had some sort of afternoon, 7 goals. As we wait for the ball to be thrown back into play. Luke Matic and Jacob Miljevic to do the ruck work. Matic winning the tap down. Front of the pack, though, Miljevic did the roving. His handball a bit too hot for King. Held on to Walter a little bit too long after he took possession. Will advantage be paid as Matty Lloyd was taking off? No. And Lloyd he just slightly cramped up there too, I reckon, as he went to take off. He'll come back to Zach Walter, who's had a really impressive afternoon. He sends a kick to the wing, wanting Foppiani. Sella did well with the spoil, knocked it back into the path. Tregenza's dropped it again with nobody around him. Handball back, set a task for a teammate in, might have been, no, it was a Kavanagh. It was Kavanagh there. And then underneath the pack, ball handed back to the umpire at true centre wing. Umpire puts it into the air. Matic double palm down, Diamond the roving, step through the oncoming King and then dragged down by Walmsley. That's holding the ball, and Miljevic will take the play on advantage, go looking for Purcell.
Oh, Byrne took a great mark in front of Purcell at half-back. He chips the ball to Reed, who wants to switch the play to the opposite side, and they've moved it well to Charlie Harris. He goes towards centre wing. Bove takes the mark. Handball pack to Charlie Harris running past. He goes and just measures the pass nicely, and they get the ball going inside 50 with the kick. Foppiani off hands, done. Right foot kick high up the chimney and punched away by Fiore. It was pretty good defensively in the attack to get that down, but as a free kick is there. What's happening here? I think there is, and it's going to come back to Mitch Diamond. He's going to take the free kick and will shoot for goal from 40 outside angle.
No, Sydney by 33 points for Leopold Sport. He's 104-71. Might have been taken high, Mitch Diamond.
Yeah, in the marking contest, I think. So Mitch Diamond, who has kicked 2 goals this afternoon. This a chance for Newtown's 19th. He comes in Minerva Road end of the ground. He has brought it around nicely with the breeze. And that is his third of the afternoon. And 19 for Newtown, 19-18, 132. They lead North Shore 11-8, 74. And Bossburger, K-Rock final quarter scoreboard. Bossburger locations in and around Geelong. Check them out at bossburgerco.com.au.
Just that freewheeling ball movement again, isn't it? That's really just rips straight through North Shore's defence, and they get into that forward 50 so quickly. What I've liked about them today is that they've switched the play and then they just go. They don't double switch or anything like that. Newtown today, they've just got the ball and gone once they've switched it.
37 scoring shots to 19, although there has been a lot of rush behinds. I got half a dozen rush behinds in Newtown's score. Back in the middle, Arbin, a handball. Oh, Milsom, who's gone in the middle. Surely taken high. Umpire didn't see it the way I did through the binoculars. He's a little bit closer than me, so I'll back his judgment. And we'll get a ball up for Anand and Maddock to go at it. Neither was able to get a hand on it, so was allowed to hit the ground trying to charge his way through. I liked O'Dwyer's game this afternoon, kicking a couple of goals in his first contest for the Towners, wearing Harrison Orr's old number 7, which I think was a long sleeve jumper last year. Another stoppage in the middle from the ruck contest after Anand won the tap. And we'll get another ball up just forward of the centre circles. Anand winning the tap down, but McMahon will track it. The veteran had his handball partially smothered, so then he had to go and lay a tackle on Milsom, a big tackle, another ball up. Newtown, St Mary's next week, Colac, St Albans and St Joseph's over the month of April and into May. North Shore, Paddy Carr Cup clash against Lara, then St Joseph's, Bell Park and St Albans. And they will look at those games against Lara and St Albans, especially North Shore, is very winnable.
Ball back towards Wormsley in the middle. Got a handball away and then got it back. So goes with a right foot kick inside 50. Taylor against Reed. Reed can't take the mark. He's on hands and knees. He got it away. Handball forward towards Diamond. Runs across 50. He's handballed it back to Charlie Harris. Thought about the handball short, but just holds it up now. He gives it away. Mucking around with it a bit across defensive 50. The Eagles, they get it to Bove. His short little handball. And Charlie Harris, not much to go to. So he handballs it back to Bove. And he's stuck right on the boundary line. He's got, well, he saw somebody out of the corner of his eye. It was Archie Lazaro at centre half back. He took the mark and wants to switch the play. And now they're out. Matty Lloyd's got the mark at half back.
He has. Broadcast side kicks to Westie's wing, and standing all alone is Maddock, who's had a good afternoon, kicked 3 goals. And then a kick over the top is well weighted to Dunn. Dunn kick inside 50, wants Young in a one-on-one mark. Hamlin Hanger contender. Got a hand on it and just kept it in the area and was able to keep his senses and be able to drag it down. He steps out, swings onto his left, goes on the J-curve, doesn't get enough purchase on it. Hayes at his bootlaces couldn't pick it up. Foppiani, a dribbler towards the goal line, and Primer happy to rush it through for a behind and make the margin 59. So probably just not backing himself there, Flynn Young, to have the distance with the cramp that he's been enduring in the last quarter or so.
Primer kicks it in, finds Arbin. Goes down the ground, and mark taken by King. He goes towards half forward. Wormsley arches the back and gets away outside of the right foot towards Purcell, this time behind. And in front, Toolman takes the mark for Newtown, switches the play to Reed. He takes the mark in the back pocket. He's got O'Dwyer leading for him on the wing. On the halfback flank, he goes in that direction. Gerard did well and cut it off and took the mark. The co-captain. And 50 out from goal, Brad Gerard.
Swans have been spared some blushes. They win by 26 points, 15-14, 104 to 11-12, 78, thanks to Leopold Sporties.
Short kick by Gerard, and this time Brad Dragenza is going to have a set shot for goal.
Didn't need a set of handles on the ball this time, Brad Dragenza.
So he is going to be shooting from about 40 metres out, 45-degree angle. And a chance for the 12th for the Seagulls this afternoon. He comes in. Lazaro stands the mark. Right foot kick looks pretty good off the boot. The goal umpire moves one step to his right and says, that's all clear. So he kicks his first. And North Shore got a 12-8-80. They trail Newtown 19-19, 133. But the Bossburger K-Rock final quarter scoreboard.
That was a nice kick, wasn't it? It was a good finish.
It was a nice kick.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes. That's good. Thanks for that, Matt. That's
great.
great.
They're seeing this game out, North Shore at least. They're getting, they're still getting ball inside forward 50, and they're still getting a couple of shots on goal.
That's a big game next Saturday against Lara. They'll be backing themselves.
Yeah, absolutely.
Based on Shane Stone, Dev Smith will be paying attention, watching the vision, getting a bit of an idea of how North Shore want to go about it. Annan's not going into the Werribee side next week. He's going to be
Here.
He's going to be here. Back in the middle. Chance here again for the Seagulls. Chadwick went to ground though. Tried to get a handball at close quarters to Arbon. Spills for Arbon, and then he kicks very, very wide. Gerard did well. Judged the fight of the ball best and took the mark just forward of the wing on the Autumn Street side of the ground. He wants to come back inboard to King, and he finds Marley, and he's got it. He can send it wide, and all alone and marking is Bailey Lewis. The Geelong West recruit's got it. Man on the mark, 49 from goal. Purcell, can they find him a 7th? He sends it in Purcell's direction. Can't hang on to the mark. Good spoil Pocock. Ball front of the pack. Harris taken high by Purcell.
Oh,
no, umpire Ganacci didn't see it the way I did either. And we'll get a ball up. You'd love to see Harry get a 7th.
I think 6 will be enough to talk about.
Yeah.
Going to do the ruck work here against Wilkinson. Wilkinson fists it forward 20 metres, rolling ball. It'll deflect away into the path of Arbon. He'll have Bow for company, although the ball bounced away from Arbon. And surely a free kick for a hold. Got to go to Lazaro. It wasn't paid. Arbon still fighting for it at ground level. We'll get a ball up just outside 50 at right half forward. We're all a little bit rusty. Players, broadcasters, umpires. Not everything's going to plan this afternoon.
Speak for yourself. Ball 55 out. No, very rusty. Need a couple of. We had a couple of games, but we didn't do it that well, did we? Really? Gerard gets the ball back in. Burns takes the mark, and Montgomery takes it. 55 from goal.
Two surnames.
2 surnames. That's it. Goes in. Oh, no mark. Tregenza.
Dropped another mark.
Off the back, Walmsley. The outside of the right foot.
That's
got a Walmsley.
touched.
Oh, no.
The best point of the game.
The theatre of it all. Walmsley one behind. And they go to 12-9-81 North Shore. And they trail Newtown 19-19-133. Bossburger K-Rock final quarter scoreboard.
Charlie Harris to our best seats in the house thanks to APCO Service Stations. One of Foppiani. Good spoil by Salah. Knocks it to the boundary line and out as it's scored it out by Riley Orr, who's brought back the bowl cut, Riley Orr. Man, boundary umpire, I should say, about 60 around from goal. Boundary throw-in. From behind, Annan won the fist down. And it's going to be a free kick for a hold. I reckon it's going to go to Charlie Harris, just as Arbon was trying to clear the footy. Marley King said, I'm not going to get it for you, so you can just wait. Jake Toolman's the one that finds. Toolman's a good size.
It's good size.
Charlie Harris just chips it over the top, and mark taken by Orr. He'll go back to Charlie Harris about 20 metres, who marks 30 from his defensive goal. He can go laterally to Pocock, and that's where he goes now. And he marks in his defensive goal square, short into the left back pocket, and Reid on debut has been pretty good. He wants the corridor, and he's turned it over straight to Tregenza, who snaffled that one. I just gave Reid a rap.
Yeah.
And he's kicked it straight to Bradley Tregenza, who'll have a shot at goal to pull the margin back within under 50 points.
He's a real roller coaster. Tregenza, he's up and down. He can mark that was a good mark.
Around the grounds for Leopold's boys, Port Arlington 64, Ocean Grove 38.
They are home.
Oh. Yes.
Tregenza will kick from 35. He got under at lob wedge style, but I reckon he's done enough to kick his second, and he has. He got it in the air, but the goal umpire is happy to say that's 6 points, and the margin is 46. 13-9-87 North Shore had no problems up forward. 19-19-133 Newtown and Chilwell on the final quarter. K-Rock Bossburger scoreboard. Locations in and around Geelong. Check them out at bossburgerco.com.au.
Well, that's the good thing, Kingy, that Darren Winchell will take out of this game, that they are getting enough ball inside forward 50. They've had 22 scoring shots. They only averaged 53 points last year per game, and they've hit 87 today, and they've had plenty of opportunity inside forward 50.
So back to the middle. And
But Purcell ain't kicking you 6 each week.
he might be the start of something extra special from Harry Purcell.
Could well be.
Annan and Wilkinson. Annan gets it down, rode by Walter, got away from King, goes with a left foot kick inside 50. Matic goes up, was never going to not mark that in front of Hayes. And he will shoot for his 4th of the afternoon from about 40 out directly in front.
He's had a few chances himself. What did you say? He kicked 3-3?
3-3?
Yeah.
Yes, he has. So he would have taken 8 marks too, I reckon.
Would be.
So Luke Matic Full back 1 year, full forward the next. He comes in.
Perpendicular approach.
He right foot kick, Minerva Road end.
Oh, munged it.
Absolute helicopter. He's put that into about 4 blokes who are standing in the square, and they had to touch it because it would have hit him in the head if they hadn't. 3 goals for Luke Maddock. 19-20, 134. They lead North Shore. 13-9-87, Bossburger K-Rock. Final quarter scoreboard.
Primer to bring the ball back into play. The corridor is what he wants, and he finds Lockie Hayes. That's a fantastic kick. He marks at the edge of the centre square. Hayes goes laterally to half back, and Widdowson has marked. Widdowson to the wing to Miljevic. He'll have to wait for it to bounce, and he just couldn't take it cleanly, but Widdowson came to help him out with a handball. He gave it to King. King just able to shake away and run away from McDonald. Now they'll get forward through Widdowson to half forward, stretching but not marking with Chadwick. Needed to do better and hold on to that, and Newtown will sweep it away through hands. Bove gave it to Condi. Condi will kick for space, and Foppiani will lead the foot race, but he'll have Seller on his hammer.
Well, Salah gets there first, actually, and gets around a couple, runs through half-back, goes through centre wing, comes to half-forward with the kick, going up, punched away in the back, and it might fall to Tregenza. His handball didn't hit a target, or through the middle, just handed it to Toolman, who gets ripped off the football. The umpire says, holding the ball. Free kick, North Shore. So Toolman just got a bit of cramp as well as he's down. So Tregenza's got the free kick right half forward for the Seagulls. He goes to the kick inside 50. Salmon comes out, punched away, and it's going to be off hands and out of bounds for a throw in the right forward pocket for North Shore.
Haven't seen Eddie Trupp.
No, I think he's getting ready for Beeves tonight, I think.
Done.
Yes, he's done. I think I saw Flynn Young with no shoes on before too, so he's done too.
Fremantle and Carlton just getting underway at Adelaide Oval. Carrock football tonight, Carrock 955, and carrockfootball.live bringing you Geelong and the Western Bulldogs. From the boundary throw-in, Miljevic was able to pick up the loose footy, turn and snap. He sends it towards the goal square. It's not a bad effort, but it'll bounce through for a minor score, and the margin is 46. Jacob Miljevic this afternoon with 2 behinds. Make that 13-10-88 for North Shore, to 19-21-34, and the kick-in is marked by O'Dwyer in front of the McLean Pavilion, and he'll look to send Newtown in to the wing, but on the mark, Primer was good and was able to knock it out of bounds for a boundary throw-in.
A long way from full-back, Cam Primer.
Yeah, wasn't he?
Up the ground. And it's going to be a boundary throw-in. 55 around from the North Shore goal. And up against Maddock.
He's coming to the stoppage now, Primer.
He is. Comes towards Chadwick. Lazaro. Burns wrapped up. And the umpire Ganaccio will come in and ball it up.
Can confirm Flynn Young's day is done. Gents, boots are off, ice packs on both calves. Same for Cam Wilkinson, I think. When we see him again, his big hamstrings are a little tight. Getting some work done on the bench.
Very good, thanks, Buzz. St John got injury update there. And Chadwick not going anywhere. Nachos with a bit more work to do right in front of the best seats in the house, thanks to APCO service stations. And a bit of theatre from the timekeepers just below the siren.
Yeah, can't be much more time left on the Balm Foods time clock. We've gone nearly 31 minutes, 7 goals kicked in this last term. Throwing it on the boot, Arbon inside forward, 50, fisted away from Milson by Orr. Front of the pack, O'Dwyer shares it with by hand by Walter. Arbon to close him down, but not before he released it. Chance to clear McDonald to the wing. One hand, Lazaro. Salah took it off the pack and then threw it away almost. Lazaro providing the contest, but there's a push in the back, and it's going to come back to Aaron Salah. And then Foppiani had Widdowson over the top of him, and he just brushed him off like a fly onto the ground. That was real WWE arrangement there. Salah, I should say, back inside defensive 50. Burns. He sends a kick to King. He's got it at centre half back. Runs into the middle of Eldersley Reserve. Drives it long. Looking out there for Anderson. Flew. Went over his head. Rolling ball. He'll try and track it back with speed, but Kapala and also Byrne to bring him to ground. And that'll be locked up. About 35 out from the Shoreys goal. Can they find one more as we approach 32 minutes gone in this final term? Thanks to Barn Food. Selling the freshest fish direct to you. Donga Road, North Geelong.
So a few players taking their time to get off the ground. I think Anderson's got a bit of cramp as he gets up Oh, he actually got one in the shoulder, so he's just holding that as he walks away from the contest. Pocock with a big thump away towards Harris and McMahon. McMahon for Newtown, picks it up and gives it away. They give the chain of handballs over the top. Bove got it back to McMahon. Well, they all ran past him. He needed to put it over the top. Lloyd did well for Newtown to take it and gets it over the top to Walter as the siren sounds. They're going deep into attack, Newtown, but it's all to no avail. And they have won their round zero clash. 19-21-34 defeated North Shore 13-10-88.
The recent stranglehold of Newtown and Chilwell on North Shore continues. 8 consecutive victories now for the Towners over the Shoreys, dating back to early 2017. And the Towners start season 2024 on the right note, ahead of a big clash against St Mary's next week. We know they've lost some talent, Newtown and Chilwell. They'll get a real indication of that impact when they play the Saints next week here at Elderslie Reserve before going to Colac in round 2. It's a big 3 weeks to start the season. They've ticked off the first with a win over North Shore, but St Mary's and Colac, especially Colac at Colac, are completely different propositions. The highlight of the afternoon, Flynn Young with 7 goals, will be in the contention for both the Steamatic standout and the Leopold Sporties player of the day. But you've got to have enjoyed Harry Purcell's performance. 6 goals for him, a career best after kicking 3 goals last year. Only 31 for his career. He's playing game 136. He kicked 6 this afternoon. And Luke Maddock kicked 3 goals this afternoon, having only kicked 4 for his career. We thought he was actually going to double his career haul in the one afternoon. He had some opportunities. He kicked 3 goals, 4, but unfortunately couldn't find another one to get his 4th. But he'll be happy. His first game as co-captain alongside Matt McMahon. They walk away with 4 points and looks like no injuries, although Flynn Young is going to be fairly sore. As we head down boundary side, Josh Conway for Metricon is having a chat. It looks like he's got next to him a man who hasn't played a lot of footy in the past 12 months, Gennaro Bove.
I sure do. Gennaro, thanks for joining us on K-Rock Footy. It must be a great feeling just with you individually. First of all, an indifferent and difficult 2023. Must be nice to be back out here.
Oh yeah, for sure. Just to be back out here and to be running out with the boys. Well done, mate. It's awesome. To be back, and it's pretty lonely times when you're in the gym. But to be back with the boys and to be wearing the red and black again, it's awesome.
Just tell us about briefly the work you had to put in the off season. You look fit as a fiddle. A lot of you boys look absolutely massive. Bit of time in the gym.
Yeah, a bit of time in the gym. I reckon I'm a bit too top heavy actually at the moment. I was cramping late, but no, it's been awesome. Yeah, a bit of time in the gym. Yeah, had surgery end of last year and been down at Werribee, and they've been awesome with me. To get me back on the park. So this is a great step going forward, and hopefully the first.